We're back once more on the new schedule with what do we call Lost Legends. That's it. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as.
Noah.
We have Cross Crescent as.
Iala.
We have Blackheart as.
Taryc.
We have Sammi as.
Maltori.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
We have Markus as.
Melikka.
And we have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Up on this week's recap is Toby.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so last week, Sam did a really good recap, but got shut down by the DM before she could really get into everyone's purchasing roles. So I'm going to go over that with you. I'm joking. So the big things that occurred is Maltori interviewed our new friend Melikka and roasted the party while he was doing it. He then attempted to get reactions out of Melikka by showing off his mighty necromantic powers and didn't get the reaction he was expecting. He liked that. And during the conversation, he finds out that Melikka is devout to Mairi, where she got her assets from. Maltori then asked if she knew Torrenfell, and if someone put her up to approaching us, or if she knows a Michael. While under the zone of truth, Guildmaster Brightblade got kind of annoyed by Maltori abusing her powers. Maltori then had a discussion of morals and troubles with Melikka, and Maltori then brought Melikka back to the house, describes all the allies as they roll in, including the fact that the giants were bombarding the gnolls from our front yard, much to Melikka's disbelief. We then meet Melikka. We all have a short discussion about her assets, leading to Cassian putting the moves on. We'll see how that goes. Then the second interview begins. Nami picks a fight, wrecks part of the house. Introductions start, much to Ebenezar's consternation. Conrad comes up to see what's going on and asks the party if they could ask the mayor if he could visit him tonight. I send off a sending and ask Mayor Rogerly to respond with his allowance, and Major Rogerly manages to run out the return, much to my delight. We talk more with Melikka, ending with a combat demonstration. Awa informs Nim that Awful and Miller are talking about Brightblade. Are talking a bit more than expected. There's also a bit of grousing about Melikka's size. Kieran and his party show up with Northstar and Brightblade's daughter Arya, and we find out they had both joined that party. That's going to be fun watching that occur. Kieran wants to speak with Ebenezar. Kieran wanted to visit to pass along information from his father. Lindrop also wanted to speak with Iala. Lindrop informs Iala that she's been touched by the Mara Noraf in a very roundabout way. After listening and trying to talk back in the same way, Cassian kind of deciphers what Lindrop was speaking about, and Lindrop confirms that. Lindrop offers a cure to Iala with a dagger and gets stopped by Kieran very quickly.
By the way, it's Lindop.
Lindop. Okay. I don't know why I kept hearing Lindrop. So, Lindop. Okay. I will get that corrected here in a minute. Lindop then makes a quick exit and her party follows. What the heck is that statement? Noah makes a statement and the party groans about. My notes are very, very sparse. Awful and Miller show up and want access to a power source. A lively discussion about Awful messing with the beam guns. The conversation veers into dangerous territory, and Awful shows that he is looking into killing demons. Awful is also shown the pads, and he instantly becomes enamored. Deals are made about Awful providing us knowledge. Compux and a beam rifle are handed out, and a beam rifle is given to Miller. Miller attempts to get the shrinking ring from Awa and fails. Miller also informs the party about the succubus Miller informs the party that the succubus has been following us and has placed her crow on overwatch for us. We then discuss the town of Galen. Taryc is concerned about the infection running loose. Maltori is on board for going back. Also, Kieran will be asking Lindop and Thomas to accompany us to see if the town is infected. Rubico is handed off to the Rogerleys for protection. Kieran has been asked to spread rumors that we're going to be heading north instead of to Galen. The party splits, has some heading to speak to the Smiling One and others into town. The party in town is alerted to the succubus following them by the crow, but only Taryc can spot her. After some watching and whatnot, Taryc sees that she goes down an alley. The party follows and only sees a slow old lady who's kind of crotchety and points them beyond. And then as the town party moves past, the succubus reveals herself. After some engaging interrogation, we learn that Tornfell made deals, especially one to get the book that Maltori found in the library into a place where Maltori could find it. She also revealed to us that Tornfell is related to the Malday Emperor. Oh, that's going to be fun to resolve. And after some talking, instead of just referring to her as the succubus, she let us know that she would like to be known as Laura. We pretend to arrest her, take her back, start to take her to the guild hall for further interrogation, and I send a message to Noah, who becomes upset, wanting to know how we caught her. This I found amusing as well. On the way to the guild hall, Laura and Iala start swapping beauty tips. And no better place to get beauty tips than from a succubus. Now, the forest group goes to meet with the Smiling One, and they start sharing stories, tales of the past, and wheel and deal in ending the removal of the animals from the forest and for safe passage for gnolls. The Smiling One reveals that he had been in charge of Beacon and had been a man of metal. As the second party leaves the forest, they find they've been given the boon of being able to relive their childhood for one day. And that's where we left off.
Okay.
Oh, and before I forget, what was his name? Shane destroyed the teleport circle because Shane is a freaking werewolf.
Yep.
And I don't know if any of us have silver weapons to deal with that, man.
You got magic weapons though. That's a step up from silver.
And he destroyed them because he owes debts to the bells, not just because he wanted to.
Right. Okay. Everybody, go ahead and refresh your inspirations. Toby, take a bonus inspiration. And we are going to pick up with the forest party re-entering town. Presumably heading back towards the manor to meet up with the rest of the party who have the captured succubus.
Oh no, we were going to the guild hall.
Are you going to the guild hall? Okay, then forest party heading to the guild hall. You'll find yourselves there, reuniting in the main lobby, where the guild mistress is not currently here, but is being fetched by your friendly gnome scribe. So yes, you all reunite. Maltoria looking over at the forest group and going, "Oh, what happened to you then? Huh? That is the highest pitched noise I think I've ever heard."
We're children again? I don't know. Smiling One. Faye.
I mean, it seems to be a common thing.
Did you
from
fail some
them.
test or something?
No,
We won!
I'm not really sure.
We won!
A reward, I see. Did you sort out the animal problem?
Yeah, yeah, we did. They should be, uh, they should be being brought back. Well, they shouldn't be being taken anymore. They're, kind of keeping the ones that they took, but otherwise, everything is a-okay, except for,
Yes.
being
Answer
short.
tyranny.
Uh,
Nim, Nim, no.
but more importantly, the smiling one seems to know a lot more about the facility in Sornjorn than I could have possibly imagined.
Well, did you get useful information then?
Uh, Not yet. I've all I've I
Noah,
will get.
this very pretty commoner lady who appears to be handcuffed is sort of leaning forward a bit, staring at you, going, "Oh, I could just eat you up. Aren't you adorable?"
The chill goes down Noah's back. Is
Nice to see you again, sweetheart.
did um
Noah has a girlfriend.
hello.
I think this way I'd be more of a mummy, don't you think?
Ooh,
Lucky.
how were you? Uh,
Ignore the hellish wretch that's.
how
Which one of us?
how did you find her? I was looking all last month.
It was not very hard, Noah. Did you try just looking up, or did you have your eyes open? That would have helped you spot her, I believe.
I mean, knowing that I'm being looked for, of course I have to hide, if you understand. You're not very
Yes.
subtle, sweetheart, in your searching.
I suppose. Well, sorry about that.
I don't think any of you really appreciate the efforts I have gone through.
Honestly, I'm surprised you're still chasing Noah. I think it's great.
Noah made an impression. What can I say?
Oh.
Who is this?
Oh,
This is
little lizard, I am your wildest dreams.
A steak?
Oh, it's a simple one then.
Certainly
Still.
was a mistake for Noah.
Ow, that's
keep-
mean.
I'm gonna keep walking.
I was going to
With
say I thought they were
this-
very sweet together at the
Yeah, just walking
bells.
around the guild hall.
Oh, we're at the guild. That's right. I
Yes.
missed that part. I thought we were on the way to the guild hall still.
So,
Wow.
why
how
did you
does-
bring me here of all places?
That's a good question. Why did we bring her to the guild hall? This I don't know if this is the best place to keep demons.
Doesn't Brightblade want to know if what we think about the bells? It would make sense if the group thought to bring her here for Brightblade's sake.
Sorry, sort of rolls his shoulders a bit and goes, "It's better than letting her into our place, at the very least. Besides, maybe more questions to ask her, and I would hope Brightblade has proper facilities." Ooh, facilities. Torture chambers, binding rooms. We can have a bit of fun. I don't like succubi. They make everything weird.
Oh, succubi. Okay, that makes more sense.
They're the funnest demons.
I guess.
They know how to have a good time.
Don't we just?
Should we get Brightblade? Then
We already sent off a Brightblade. We're just waiting, and he's actually going to sit down. Doing his usual leaning forward, hands both grasping the staff to support his body as he goes. This one is playing some coy game of trying to help, but we need to know what we're looking for. If there are any questions to ask her, she is compelled to answer by threat on her life, I suppose. And he sort of wiggles his staff threateningly.
I like to imagine it's like in the cartoons, just
okay. Noah pushes a chair closer and hops up. Hops up into the chair, sort of struggles a little bit, then seats themselves.
As you sit down, the succubus sort of. I assume there's like a rope attached to the cuffed hands to.
I'll
You said
be
you were
honest.
leading her.
If I could, I'd actually have attached the chain. Just 'cause it's stronger than
you could
rope.
have done that.
Yeah.
There's that sort of jingle of chain as she tries to go and sit beside Noah and just gives you a pouty look, Taryc.
I'll move so she's got distance. Chain two chains
She
together.
sits into the chair beside you, Noah, and those cuffed hands, like suddenly chain goes across your lap as those arms go over you and around your torso, and pulls you in against the chest. And she's like, "Oh, my little sweet, you still want me, don't you?"
I s- so is you're willing to answer questions,
Oh
right?
no, very unwilling, very unwilling.
Oh,
But
You're just being forced to.
I must save my own skin. So if questions and answers are what keep me going and alive, then I guess I must.
okay.
Or you could accept a pack, be my master, and we could do this much more simply.
Uh, uh, well, well, about that, um, being in, I'm not entirely sure I think I can accept being a pact breaker. I don't know what implications that may cause in the future. So, I was, I was wondering if we could, uh, maybe sort out a new pact, maybe
She
in order
looks
to.
amused, delighted, and she actually sort of looks around to the rest of you and going, "Have they been fretting about Pact Breaker?"
I think it
bit,
got
yeah.
said once.
No,
I think it's a really badass title, personally.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
name I put upon you, my sweet, for breaking our pact. You realize there's
Uh,
no magical component, no compulsion, no curse.
Son of a.
Language.
Still, I'm glad it troubled you so. It means I was on your mind. Maybe a new pact is what we need. And she gives you a little squeeze before just releasing you, holding up those cuffed hands to Taryc. Goes, maybe we can do that instead of this. And at that point is when Brightblade is led into the room. Hand already on her sword, and her eyes quickly scanning the crowd. They settle upon Noah, Melikka, and then like searching a bit, Nim, looking momentarily confused. And she goes, "What? Why? No, that will wait. This one, Sheely Succubi."
she
Yes.
is.
That would be her.
In that case, if you want, I'll take her off your hands. We have Containment cells, we can question her and then complete a banishment ritual.
Oh, um,
Iala sits down on the arm of one of the chairs. So, what are you thinking of doing, Noah? Are you going to go through with it this time, or are you just
Take it
going
by
to...
capturing her, you've judged the bells poorly.
oh, the bells are very poorly at the moment. They're currently run by Michael instead of Mr. Deeds, and it's the I can only imagine that the packs are going to get a lot more expensive.
Brutal, punishing, twisted.
Those that, yeah.
Then that place being here cannot stand.
My only concern is that, well, I am worried that we are doing what Mikey wants at that point.
Very hard to take any action against someone like that because it feels like everything you do is into their hands.
Mikey is a problem. He is clever and oh so cruel. He'll tell you that things are going according to his plan, even when they're not. He's not that. He's never been like the merest fallen, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
I'm just worried that Mikey doesn't strike unless they are struck.
You think untethering them from here will make him retaliate?
No, I think if he gets untethered from here, he's going to put that place in a far worse position. It's going to cause a lot more chaos than it currently can.
Strike and struck. You think he wants us to act against him so that he can act back?
Would be
Does that not fit his MO?
It does.
Also, having it here almost like I can feel like it's like containment. Noah turns to Kylela. Is
My mom remembers her name. My God.
Mm-hmm.
is the seven bells movable? Would it be able to be transferred into a different spot if
In a
he was
couple of ways. Either the generous Lord Morris could move the alleyway in its entirety and the bells with it, or the bells could be displaced. It is a adjunctment to the Fey realm.
would does Mikey have the ability to move it?
I imagine so. There aren't many higher in power than an archduke like that.
I would hope we'd be able to keep it contained here. At least we know that we can monitor it here, and Mikey doesn't drop it like right in the middle of some sort of ne'er-do-well den
Capital.
that makes it. Yeah, some place where a lot more people would make a lot more deals.
For Mikey to be acting true to his cause, which he has to, you know that, right?
Yes,
He needs to put it somewhere that it will be safe. At least he is truly believing it to be safe. But he also wants it to be somewhere here he can have fun, cause suffering. If he gets to play with the people of this town, he'll be more than happy to leave it in place.
But if
very.
he doesn't get to play, he will probably move it.
Wherever it sits, some people are going to suffer.
Conclusion. Higher.
because we are not going to be able
With-
to kill Mikey. The most we could hope to do is drive them off. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, well, you could also take the bells out of the game entirely.
That's another ward gone.
Well, what's another ward, right?
It's. I would prefer to have some sort of act. I'd like to keep as many sealed as possible.
Did Mikey tell you that the bells is the ward?
No, Mr. Deeds did.
Mm.
You
Or at
are
least imply.
our prisoner. You must tell us what the ward is.
But the bells. 7 bells.
I'm assuming they'll mean that there are actually 7 bells at the tavern.
Oh, did I let too much slip?
Oh no, I have wrested it from you.
Brightblade is actually sort of frowning at this point and going, what is this ridiculous game? What?
I
No
don't know, but she's
game?
cute when she smiles like that.
No, why are you entertaining Demon? Tell us everything
Mister-
you know. What? No, it's not fun.
Do the deals and keep the bells going.
Yes, we can't maintain a hold on a mortal plane without, burning something. And hells are really willing to just give up souls for free. So the bells has to be sustaining.
Is that both the building and the actual bells that are the wards?
And she just nods. The building itself and the bells within are both, well, they're much of where they come from.
I had a feeling the deals were
Much sin
being-
does the bells need?
Not the building or the bells.
The bells in the building. How much do they need to power the ward?
The bells themselves, not actually that much. A murder here once a year, a few scarred children, some, cheating on a beloved.
A few wild nights with some succubi?
Oh, how sinful.
But how good would that be? Eh?
It would suffice for a few of them.
Oh,
So-
does each bell have different requirement?
Yes. One of them would be much fueled by our lustful play.
Hmm.
Do all 7 need to be active for the ward to
7
remain?
sins, then.
7 sins. And yes, all must be indulged.
Gluttony.
A favourite.
Mm.
Pride, greed, envy, wrath, lust, gluttony, and slovenly behaviour.
Interesting.
Let's see.
How big are these bells? Are they able to be fit in a backpack or something?
Oh, and they easily fit. Well, she actually motions at Melikka and the bell adorning them. No bigger than that, even.
Huh.
It's
A
mine.
darn shame that we couldn't take charge of these bells ourselves.
What's to say
Yeah.
you couldn't?
Mikey doesn't want to run the tavern. Bored with it.
You want us to go around committing sins for the rest of our lives to power our ward?
Honestly-
Short-term solution. We're trying to deal with the Mara Norath, right?
And honestly, I think Mikey would allow it. I think he'd
Give
That's the
Mike-
worst
act
part.
angry and try to cause some problems for you, but that's just because he would enjoy that.
Do the bells just collect from around, or does it need to be directly tied to them?
Well, if you have someone of infernal nature able to harness the sin, the ambient energy of it, then no. But if it's just you little mortals, the deed would have to be done by those possessing it.
And we would have to do said sins
You'd
to
have,
keep this running?
yes. Not often, although it's trickier with some of them. A great act of wrath will keep that bell ringing for months, maybe a year, depending what you do. Sloth, though, that's more of a passive possession.
Is it weird that there's also 7 of us?
But there weren't 7 of us before, though.
True.
It's always been the 7 bells.
It's always been 7 bells, yeah. But you have now Tori, too, so.
I wonder, does a succubi of your great repute have the ability to harness some sin that is done in the area of you?
Oh, maybe. And last I can definitely cope with. The others, a little trickier. But I could manage a few of them at the very least.
Hmm.
But think of it, you have good candidates already. I mean, I can see the sin on you. And she looks at you, Iala, making such a lovely little pout as she does. Such a greedy dragon.
Well, she's got you there, Yalia.
Mm.
Uh,
It is a path if we are interested in not having the bells be a threat to the city.
You
We would have to manage the sins ourselves.
You mentioned ringing. Do they actually make sound when they're powered?
Figurative.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure they
Wouldn't
wouldn't
that
be
get
an
annoying?
obvious thing. Exactly.
Oh, that
Not
would be
that
funny though. I'd be
annoying.
like, you're ringing my bell all night tonight. Eyebrow waggle?
I think you could still use that line.
Oh. I might.
Just not keep everybody else awake because of
When this
that.
eventually wears off, I need to save that line for Arwa.
I don't really like what you're implying with me holding that bell.
Well, I suppose I could handle sloth easily. And she, the succubus just clicks her tongue and just goes, pride.
And I think you'd fit that bill better.
I have no pride. I don't know what you're talking about.
I could
That
handle
seems
envy.
kind of false with that statement.
When you say that, Nim, Matori actually just sort of gives you a vaguely sad look. I know who could hold last, she says, just sort of petting the top of your head very sweetly, Noah.
No.
Mhm.
That did get you in that position, Noah.
Don't want to be known as the Bell of Lost.
I don't know who would handle Wrath, though.
Who indeed? Not all the sins will come naturally, of course. Some might have to, well, push themselves.
Taryc, you could do gluttony. You like to eat.
Look at him with the look of things. It did not argue the point.
Or me and Nami could handle it, I guess. But Nami,
Nomi
eat.
bobs his head excitedly.
We'll take all the food, so no one has to
I'm
worry.
afraid I don't think it'll work for that one.
Well,
I
I
am
wasn't saying
guessing.
Nami would do it. I would do it.
Oh. Well, if you
No
want
one's
to
gonna notice if I
indulge.
put on a little bit of weight.
A little
I
bit
like
of
my
weight.
figure.
Well,
I'm-
I'm merely offering possibility.
I'm going to honestly say I'm not comfortable with having those things around us.
And neither am I.
It's a sane viewpoint to take, indeed.
And there
This-
are other ways to handle those. Because we know Mikey doesn't want to be there. But he's fired Mr. Deeds because
I don't
business wasn't being profitable enough.
know. If getting those, on one hand, I really agree with Cassian. I really don't want to be bringing around an artifact of infernal power like that. But on the other,
Not like
we
it
can-
won't help you.
Oh,
if we
don't get me
can-
wrong. Those things could be incredibly helpful and powerful. No, I want them safe and sound hidden away.
but if it makes makes Mikey sod off, and keep other people from falling into his clutches. I don't know.
Brightly said she's going to speak up, and she just goes, I'm neither fond of the idea of him remaining in town, but nor do I like the idea of infernal artifacts being in the possession of, and please forgive me for saying this, you understand, I just mean this out of concern, relatively fresh-faced adventurers. You've done great
No,
deeds, but...
You're completely correct on that. I will have no argument.
Now, what if we were to convince Mikey to just sod off and leave the bells under new management?
Like who? Like
I look over at Laura.
Oh, that's sweet of you, honey, but he has nothing to get out of that. What act of cruelty is it? What...
The act of cruelty is keeping you in one spot.
He
Because
doesn't
you
give
don't
a
want it.
damn about tormenting me.
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh,
She's
no,
already
definitely not.
damned.
He wants you tasty little morsels. Mortals. Fuel for the fire.
I think he more wants us, and us having those bells is a way for him to get at us.
It's a way for you to fall to corruption. He'd love that to happen.
Yeah, and I don't want to give him anything he wants.
Is this a problem we have to shoulder, though? Because we are going out to break to strengthen the fort or destroy whatever's trying to get in. If we're bringing around one of the things that need to be broken, it puts it in more danger, yes? And it also puts us in a bunch of danger.
But
It also
we would
puts
be
us-
directly there to protect it.
Yes, we would
It's
be
not
there.
the elegant solution. We are just trying small scale or big scale, children. There's a picture, big picture. What are we choosing? Are we protecting this town? And taking on a burden and a risk? Or are we...
It was just a thought. I was trying to see if we had a different road we could take
No, we
rather
do.
than driving the bell away.
We do.
I have faith in the people of this town to deal with something like this. I mean, we have Brightblade here in the room with us.
What happens if no one of this town goes to the bells? If we make sure that alleyway is guarded, cordoned, people are aware? Oh, then I imagine he moves elsewhere and goes for people less suspecting.
Do you think he would let them fail?
Want the wards?
Yes. 'Cause
No. Well, as far as I understand it, he can't. He cannot willingly do something that he believes is the worst path. It might be the only hiccup
So-
to getting them from him, while he might want you to taint your souls carrying them around. If he doesn't think you can protect them, he won't be able to give them to you.
But if we do keep people from going there, he would have to move because they will fail if they're not powered.
Indeed.
And you all said that he's going to be doing bigger payments of it and make more hardships to
Yes.
others.
Because he's
That
got
is
a job
what
to
he
do,
said.
but he's going to have fun doing it.
And Mr.
So you're
Deeds
going to
seemed-
condemn more unsuspecting people to whatever he wants to do.
Well, unsuspecting is technically not true.
They remain in the hands of those they're handed to. And the Succubus just rolls his shoulders and goes, I don't think so. You could pass them off.
I don't want I don't want them to be in the hands of Mikey. If anything, I'll just carry them.
No, I actually got a weird idea, and I don't think it would work because we'd have to wheel and deal with some infernal people. We'd have to make infernal partners. But Mikey wants nothing to do with that place, but it needs to be powered.
Yeah?
If we would have to figure out. Cassian looks at Noah. You know the Fae that controls that area, yeah?
Morris? Yeah?
So we've been looking for a way to move around without our friend outside being able to follow us.
Yeah? What are you...
I think, and this is just a plan that's just kind of coalescing in my head,
Huh?
we take control of the bells, of the 7 bells,
Huh?
as a facility. I look over at Laura. That place needs Sin to run itself and power the bells, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It would not be a slight on us by making sure that ward can remain in place by moving the bells and using it as something of a mobile base of operations for us.
So you want...
You want to
Is-
travel around condemning other people?
Part of the deal, if we were to take it, is we would need to bring Mr. Deeds back. Because Mr. Deeds honestly seems like he was keeping the bells powered and keeping that facility at a balance.
I'm not going around condemning people, and I'm not going.
He wasn't condemning people when he was here. He was making deals.
You
And
don't
he was-
think he was condemning people?
He wasn't taking their souls, or at least that's what he told us.
We don't need to take souls. I hope you realize we don't need to sign a contract to get you. We need you to take that first step.
Well, it's either the 3 options are we take control, we leave it, or we take the bells. And all 3 options are not good.
I don't think...
Because those bells leaving that place, they become very vulnerable. Because not only then would they be able to be taken or possibly even destroyed, we would have to be powering them and potentially condemning other people as well.
I
They're-
just...
They're not protected in the sense of they're easily broken, I hope you know. I don't think there is anything that you could do to destroy them, apart from travelling into the hells yourselves with them. But yes, if they were taken from you and left unfed, it'd be a risk.
And
I-
our primary thing is to keep the wards intact for
Let
the
Noah
time being.
speak. Please, let me
can't-
speak.
I can't. I can't let Mikey just do what he wants. I can just see what he'd be able to do to people. We saw what he did to that mother just on that night during the siege. If that if he can do stuff more vile, more insane, and having fun doing it, I think I would rather carry the bells with me than leaving them with him. I'll do my best to keep them powered, but I don't want him to have that satisfaction.
I can say with utmost certainty that you all indulging in sin to keep these powered would be less damaging than anything he would do. To others, at the least. To yourselves, well, that's your own faith and mental fortitude, isn't it?
Malika is kind of holding her own little bell, given that it's more Dimmery stuff, so she's a little quiet.
Beautiful woman, what is Mr. Deeds?
What is Mr. Deeds?
What is Mr. Deeds up to? Why are they the more benevolent one?
What do you know of the hells, child?
I know that there's like a lot of them, and there's like King of Hell, Lucifer, and then there is the Queen of Hell, which is Lorne.
What do you know
And
of them?
apparently, she like is supposed to be like sounds scary in scripture, but like the book I've read about Lorne, apparently she's like kind of really like redemption-y and like
Sweet.
nice,
Kind.
and like she was like
Not-
Dingus's rider.
Not all of us are down there because we hate you or we want to see people suffer. Some chose a different path in trying to help. It led to damnation. Does not mean that they are necessarily bad. And even the bad can sometimes want something else. Mr. Deeds is a... She sort of looks up briefly, trying to think, goes, not a good man, but not a bad man. He is a man with morals. Misaligned with some others, maybe, but he has them. A code that he follows. And it so happens that that code is good for you.
You worked for Mr. Deeds. If he was cast off by Mikey, would he flee far?
Well, metaphorically far,
I'm
plainer.
assuming he went back to hell.
Yes.
If Mr. Deeds were contacted by mortals such as our group, do you think he would respond?
Oh, most definitely.
Interesting. Can you confirm what Mr. Deeds' real name is?
That's a tough one. I would need a great power to be able to reveal such information. Perhaps a kiss on the cheek, and she looks to Noah.
Noah Noah stands up on the chair because they're so small and reaches on their hoofy toes to go up and plant a kiss on the cheek.
You
You
get a little
are-
ruffle of like the top of your head from her in return. And she's good child.
Wow, Noah, you are so easy.
I think
Shut up.
if I can search the depths of my mind, that his name was once Abaddon.
All right. I have an extra confirmation there, Noah, so we know that your ritual was not hijacked.
I am glad I could sacrifice myself.
I mean, she's pretty lucky. She's getting kisses from you for nearly free.
I am
Mhm.
so small.
This is not easy decisions, but what do you think, Brightblade? Would you want to trust a bunch of ne'er-do-well adventurers who are up to no good, but good?
She
With this
sort of
ideas.
looks at you all and goes, I have, and you'll forgive me again, I have had ponderings of what makes you all special. And I don't mean that you're not valuable or wonderful people, but I mean, she sort of
Why
gestures
us?
around. Why you? Why people that wandering into town, I would ask a head guardsman to keep an eye on. People that I, if I were thinking correctly, should probably have reported, and she looks to Maltori. But also people that, for some reason, I trust. You're not like Kieran. You're not like me. I think that's the point. And this is not something I would do. I would probably die trying to defeat Michael. I would likely try to walk the good path and succeed or not, hold to a code. And so
I
I
am
say
just
I leave it in your judgment.
I am just afraid that if we make a stand of deciding to go against Michael and the seals, I remember what Mr. Dees told me, that if we ever threatened the seals, it would be bad. And I think Mikey would really enjoy us to threaten it. That is my concern.
And then
Um,
I think it's
and that
bells is probably a bad idea in any form.
either we
Leave it be or we take them.
mm,
I'm still on the strong opinion of taking them. At least I will hold on to them. That way you guys don't have to deal with it.
That's a
I'm
little
sorry,
bit much
Noah,
sin
but
for one, my sweet.
and you couldn't even hold on to a succubus that was vile for you.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very good idea.
We are all in this together.
no, you're the most pure person here. I don't think it would be good for you.
Pure. Oh, they say you're pure, my sweet.
I'm pure in my intentions.
You know what? That is true. Except when you forget what they were and cast them aside, of course.
Yeah.
Sad.
Listen, do not question Noah's diligence.
The
They have
succubus
kindness
just
and
gives you a vaguely
patience.
amused look.
They have other really great qualities.
They do.
Not chastity, though.
I'm working on to make amends, okay?
I think
Okay?
you're a good person. I'm on your side.
Will you think about it? You need to stop being children, for one.
Right.
That is
Listen, it's
Wish
going to
I
take a long
couldn't.
time for me to emotionally mature.
Make too many
Maltori sort of revs
squeaking
his
noises.
brow.
I would say that you're probably the most childish among us, Maltori. Standing there on the chair, pointing at him.
Leaning back
Go eat
into
a butt,
succubi.
Noah.
I can't believe he said that.
And Maltori actually just like sticks his tongue out at you, Noah.
What? How?
Mm.
Dare
Right.
you?
Well,
I'm sorry I brought the whole idea up of taking the bells for ourselves. I'm sorry.
no, it's a
Uh,
good thing. I think the problem is that we are seriously considering it, which means it might be a good idea.
I'm also worried though because who's going to hold each other in check? See, if Mikey would want us to take these things, that means there's going to be an allure to it. It's going to want us to do these things. It's going to make us feel good, probably. Yes?
The succubus sort of smiles a little bit and goes, perhaps.
Then we just do what we always do and watch each other's backs.
It could
That's
turn
the
into a
only thing
witch
I could-
hunt of each other, though.
Yes.
Life.
How much trust can we put into each other to give into those sins? Like I said, the wrath is going to be a rough one. I
Is it? Really?
could take wrath, I guess.
Matori sort of looks at you and him, and just there's that look of he's thinking back to a certain night, a certain nobleman.
I can do it.
I mean,
He knows that.
if we're all in close vicinity, does it actually matter who's carrying it?
I think whoever is carrying it is the one that will be needed to
Part
do the
of
thing.
the sin.
We are
And
not.
how-
in
Well,
the
with
company
me
of Story.
around, all of your little raffle acts, they could add up. The holder would benefit.
Mm.
And if you're bound by pets, you wouldn't really be able to do anything with it, right?
Me? No.
Unless
I'll
written.
have to follow the agreement in our new compact.
And does what's the proximity limit for the bells? Do they have to be on our person, or does it just need to be within the vicinity?
Well, if you are committing a raffle act with intended feeding one without me around, it needs to be on your person, or at the very least, no more than a few inches away. But they'll pick up ambience. That raffle act won't fuel it fully if you're, say, meters away, but it'll still feel it, gain something from it. If you sent an entire town into a frenzy, it'd be enough to fuel it, even those far, far on the edges. Tiny trickles feeding in.
So
This
they
would
do
do-
collect ambience also, so
Yes. Encourage sin in
That's what-
others. It will help you.
This would do lasting damage to our own souls, though. Yes.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? You're precious to certain sorts.
Mm,
It
that's
might
why they're
lead you
not able
down a
to push back.
dark path, but seek salvation and you shall find it. No?
Mm.
There's no such thing as lasting damage, just damage that might not get undone in time.
It is a concern to consider. I already know that my own soul is afflicted. So I want to arm my friends with these concerns. What as I bring up the crazy idea of packing around the bells?
Do
I
you want
do see the problems.
Do you want something to help soothe your mind, perhaps? I don't want to see any of you go down there. I like it
No,
up
why is
here.
that?
Tortured souls down there aren't fun. They're not full of life. And she sort of strokes Noah's chin.
Mm.
They're tired, worn out. Even those that indulge in the things I love don't do it with any joy in them. And that's sad. There's a reason I like it up here. I'd like you to stay up here. I'd like you to go higher still. Maybe you'll visit or drag me up with you. Think, in exploring the paths of damnation, you could redeem me.
and doing the opposite of the sins
You-
will not drain them, correct?
Oh, no.
Do you want to be redeemed?
I want to have a good time. And I don't
If
want to
we-
go back down there.
I guess if we just give you a good enough time to redeem to redeem the words.
No, she just needs a stern talking to and a little spanking.
Yeah, I do need that.
You know, every night.
No,
Till she gets better.
I,
You'd like to do the stern talking to part, I bet.
And Noah, her fingers cup your chin, sort of make you look up at her, and she just goes, "Noah, won't you save me?"
Lord, that
No, don't do. Shut up, foul wretch! That no tricking my children like that. That's Noah. Think
is a
of.
cheap trick.
Make sure you have a rational mind when you're making this decision, Noah.
I'm going to need some time to think about this.
I need an adult.
Nim, come here.
Cool.
Why
You all
don't
need to grow up before this
Why don't you all think
is
about
decided.
it? And I'll stay here with the kind bright blade in her warded cell.
Yes, because
Yes,
you certainly can't get away, right?
I'm trapped, stuck here. Well, that was fun. Thank you for playing along with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, no problem, I guess. But thank you for the tips on the horns. I hope what we discussed about your nails helps you as well.
I'm sure they shall be also glossy with your advice.
That is the only thing I will miss. Putting you down there in that cell. So,
Yeah.
shall we get back to work?
As much work as I can do, can't really
Yes.
do much without it being considered child labor at the moment.
What?
You're choosing to do your own thing. That is not child labor, Noah.
What's wrong with child labor, huh? Everyone's got to work.
Yes, everyone's got to earn their keep. Floors don't wash themselves.
Keep
Him
getting
trying
the
to
setting
wash the
that this is in.
floors. Tim trying to wash the floors would be great.
Hey, do you know how many tricksy children in a temple there are and how they can wash floors? They can move one sponge.
One sponge. Push, children, push.
Your back's into it. You missed a spot.
I'll keep hold of her then. Tell me what your
Okay.
plan is once you've decided. And Brightblade's sort of still keeping one hand on the hilt of her sword, looking at this succubus suspiciously. Is going to take that chain from you, Taryc.
We
Gosh.
are planning to leave in the morning, so we will need to make fast decisions, unless we want to change our time frame.
Let's try and get this fought out tonight at the very least.
No, shall we stop at the temple
Good
real
idea.
quick? Get our business done there.
Certainly. What? She gives the children a look again and shakes his head.
What?
I mean, you do call us children, so I guess it's fitting for them.
Yeah,
I know which pocket have the sweets.
Oh, don't get stuck to them again.
Fine.
Gangly Nomi is going to clamber up on Maltori.
Oh God.
Yep.
As you're sort of wandering away, you hear the succubus trying to talk to Brightblade, starting with, "So, what do you like?" No, silence.
Silence, fiend of the hells.
Yep. And yeah, you're all able to head out and start making your way to the temple if you want. No objections.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go
No
to the
objections.
temple.
No
I guess
objections.
I don't think there's anything else we needed to do. I need to say goodbye to some peoples, but
As you're heading on out that way, you'll actually catch a glimpse of somebody coming out of the temple. It is the former mayor, Lord Alton.
Oh God, out of character. I'm so glad he's still
Still
alive. I
alive?
was worried he committed suicide. I thought he was going to commit suicide. I was really scared.
and he sort of he comes wandering out, and you see him sort of like adjusting a sort of smart neckerchief and so on. He's wearing what's said to be some of his finest clothes, and almost doesn't like notice you, just looking down at the floor as he walks, starting to move past you all.
Hello, sir.
Oh,
Good day, sir.
hello.
Hello.
Sorry, and he actually pauses, and then he sort of bows to you all and goes, you deserve more respect than that. My apologies.
That's fine. Being
I never
respected
met
is
you.
something new to us.
Um,
Orton, right? Lord
yeah,
Orton?
yes. Yes, hello. Please, just call me Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan. That is good to see you. I hope you are doing well.
I'm getting by. Day as they come, right?
Yeah.
That is the best you can do, right?
Forgive me. I know that you've undergone changes, but he just motions at you, Noah.
What?
You've grown smaller.
Don't worry. It's temporary.
But
I'm
you're
just
It
a little
better be.
caterpillar now.
you're able to get younger.
Not by will.
Not a trait you could share then.
No. You want to get younger?
And he smiles wryly and just goes, who wouldn't want a few more years, right? And he sort of looks over at Mattori, and Mattori just nods.
Sorry, unless you wish to stay a child forever in a unchanging Fey world, I don't think I can give you much advice.
Wow, so, maybe that's not so bad. You're part Fey, right?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Oh, being small like this?
No, well, yes, but the the Fey realms.
It's complicated. I mean, it's very, very different from here. Um, it's there's rules you have to abide by, and basically once the um there's a very strong air of permanence. Once you once you cross over, it's very unlikely that you'll turn.
But it's forever, and it's not like the hells.
No. Mm,
No, it's not like the hells.
Oh, I think I see where this is going. Um, no, not really at all. Depending on the lord you follow.
If it is something that you are worried about or considering, you could try to beseech the Smiling One and ask to be a child of their woods forever. They would probably want you to enjoy it.
The story's ready. Well, end well for adults beseeching the Fae.
Could yes, half guess if
If he do has that unicorn.
I do have that unicorn.
Yes, but then they would be a child here. But yes, if you used the unicorn and then went into the woods, they'd be more likely to listen to you, maybe.
I don't know if the smiling one would accept a deception like that. We'd have to be.
They'd be curious at least.
He seems to be taking in like more and more sort of rapid breaths, as if having trouble sort of keeping himself calm.
Are you okay?
I don't know what to do. I don't know if chasing something like this is just further damnation on my soul.
Easy,
No,
deep breaths.
I don't know if I've done enough to make up for what I bargained.
Redemption is scary. You're making a conscious effort in order to right what you've done. That that means something. And no one's going to grab their hand and hold on to it. Don't uh, don't be afraid. You can. The the road to redemption is very long and it's hard.
you
But
know,
if you stay on it, you'll be able. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to make it.
It's long. I'm not a young man.
I'll.
that doesn't matter. What matters is that you take the time that you have and you try. And, you know, it's not going to be easy or quick, like Noah says. But the fact that you are worried about it, the fact that you're fussing and you're concerned about the time you have and how much you feel like you need to put into this, those are the marks of a good man. You have a good soul. You can redeem from what you did. You just need to keep trying and not give up the hopes. There is always a path forward, as long as you can see that you need to change what has been done.
He lets Noah keep clutching that one hand of his. The other sort of reaches up to his neckerchief and he just goes, I tried. I just wanted to stop worrying, and I thought maybe if I ended it, then that would be. Heroes
No,
kill villains all the time, right? And they're lauded.
Tim looks chicken for a second as something strikes a little close. It
mean-
is not the way to fix what is wrong. It will just make you feel worse in the end, doesn't it?
You. And he sort of like moves in closer to the group of you and goes, I think something was tormenting me.
What? Can
I
you?
stepped from the stool and my thoughts turned to damnation. I felt something. I saw Feather's blackness, and then the rope snapped like I wasn't allowed to go.
Maybe somebody knows that you deserve the time to make better. That sounds like divinity to me.
Maltoria sort of steps forward and goes, listen to these little ones, they know what they're talking about. You're not lost yet. Neither of us are lost. You just need time. And Maltoria reaches into his robes and he just pulls out, looks like to be this like leather pouch, like it's sewn shut. And he just pushes it into the mayor's hands and goes, you'll have time enough. Believe it. Just you're a good person. Just keep being one. And Maltori's actually then just going to step past him and keep going.
I'm going goodbye.
And
Here goes my ride.
yeah, you are carried off with Maltori. And the Lord Preston Jonathan, he he sort of looks at Maltori and Nim as they go by, looking a little confused down at the pouch in his hands.
Just, I
know
can.
what to do.
Not many people do, but I can also ask around, see if I can. I know, well, 2 places that might be able to help, but I would need to ask first.
Isn't I fought to do good deeds, but is it selfish? How can I be doing selfless things if I'm doing them to escape?
That's a very good question.
I've given up my property. I am having it turned into an orphanage. It seemed one of the best things I could do, but is that invalid?
Listen, Noah is going to grab their chin and look in their eyes. Stop worrying about what's going to happen. If you're worried about being selfish about this, you have uh, being worried about being selfish about good deeds defeats the point. Uh, i- if you turn your property into an orphanage, then help those those in the orphanage. Help he, help them. Don't just think that uh, just doing an act like that is good. You have to
What
feel it. You have to
what if my very presence to
commit.
them is foul?
You have to commit to good deeds. If you don't, uh, even if you're foul or wretched or any uh, any type of blackness in your heart that you feel that you have, you need to face it away uh, with the you need to chase it away with uh, acts of kindness, of good, of um of you need the intent to do good. You can't just half measure it. If you're uh, yeah creating an orphanage like that is a step, but you need to stick with it. It doesn't matter if you're wretched or not. You have to uh, you have to feel it within you. You have to forgive yourself too.
And if I don't, if I can't,
There is no, no, you don't say that. You will. If you, as long as the option is there to the doubt uh, to that you're not doing right, that you're not um uh, the doubt bleh. The doubt in your mind is only going to make you confused and scared. You need to be confident in your ability. Have
yeah,
some confidence in yourself.
yeah. He just looks a little bit sad and just goes, "Never, never my strength."
Melikka is gonna walk up to this man next to Noah.
Yeah, yes, let her go. I'm sorry for. Um,
Hi. I don't know you, but these people think highly of you.
yes,
And
they do. I'm sorry, child. You shouldn't be hearing all of this talk.
No,
Uh,
I'm not a child.
She's with us.
I'm a grown lizard woman.
Like Noah, she has also been turned
Oh.
into a child for now.
You're also
I
a
get it
fae.
past. No one knows this.
No,
Uh-huh.
I'm not a fae. I just was in the fae place that got. Anyway, that's not the point of this. You set up an orphanage. That is a very good thing to do, considering what hardships have happened here. Use that, support it. Don't just give it away and step away from it like Noah is saying. Be a mentor, be part of those children's support, guidance of them, defend them, teach them of a path that is worth to follow in ways that Miriri would bless upon them to give them a better life.
I'm definitely no mentor, but I suppose I could help teach them their letters and.
At
Cassian's
least
actually grabbing him by the shoulders and
Oh.
looking him dead in the eyes.
Yeah, he actually lets out a sort of startled sound. You
And
can sort of
Cassian's
guess it.
actually giving him the flattest. There's actually anger behind him, behind his eyes. An orphanage is just a building. If you go into it just expecting it to run itself, those kids are going to be miserable and they will hate you for it. Be there for them. Even if you can't mentor them, you know your letters. Teach it to them. Make it a home. Make them happy. Make them good people. Raise them as good people. Be for them which they do not have anymore. You've led this town for a long time, and then crap happened. It happens. You made a deal to try and save your town, and things didn't go right. Guess what? You've started yourself on the path, but you have to forgive yourself to help them. Commit to it. You don't want them turning out like me. And Cassian's just going to let him go and turn him trot off.
He sort of rubs his shoulders a little bit, watching Cassian go with sort of startled, bewildered look, and it's just well, I suppose I can act as a tutor at the very least.
but also be someone that they that they can talk to, someone that they can express themselves with. You dealt with people here in the town as the mayor. Don't be a mayor to the children, but be their guidance, their support. Do little things for them. Like Cassian says, teach them letters, teach them morals and guidances. You know that you may have done stuff wrong, and you can use that. Don't dwell on it.
I hear what you're saying. I will do what I can.
Just be a part of them and be active. Don't wallow.
Yeah, he just nods, still looking morose. You'll get the impression no speech is going to fix him here and now. But he's listening, and he just sort of looks down at this weird leather pouch and furrows his brow a little bit and goes, "Does the Master Matori need this back?
I believe he is entrusting you with that, whatever it is.
His lips move a bit before he just goes, What is it?
Is it obvious if I look at it?
No."
I
Okay.
have a
It's a
total
sewn
guess that it's one of
pouch.
those. I have a feeling it's one of those little vials inside that makes you like get like 10 years back. Is what my guess is.
I have no idea. You will have to open it up on your own and find out. But as
It's sewn shut.
Take a knife out and help him.
if you would like, I could open it for you, I guess.
Certainly. And he'll hold it out. Which at this point, anybody in the group can make an Arcana check. That's still here.
And
Is Cassian nearby enough?
No,
Aha!
you walked off.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
There might not be magic there.
Wow.
There might not be magic there.
There's no magic
Is
there.
that a 16 or a 1?
that's a 16. Sorry,
Okay.
I have to toggle on.
Woo. Melikka. Oh, yeah? Noah. Hey, 23. Okay.
Hey.
Noah. So Melikka gets a hint of this of like, normally it's a bad idea to like mess with magical things, and that might be a magical thing, but it might contain something, right? Noah, a weird leather pouch that's sewn shut, like the way it's shaped as such, it's not containing any like, it's not an object pouch. It is like, that looks like a bulbous thing of like maybe the shape of a bird skull or something. That pouch is a magic item. You don't think cutting it open is a good idea?
You shouldn't open that. I'm pretty sure that's some form of talisman or something. It is. It's some. It's
Witchcraft.
magical.
Is it here
Um,
with it though?
What? Witchcraft. It's a magical object. Don't make sure not to open. But if Maltori gave it to you, then it probably is quite useful.
Do I eat it?
Think.
He
I think
had
you
it in his pocket.
So I think you just keep it in your pocket. You might need to keep it on your person.
And he'll put it into his pocket, looking a little uncertain, a little wary.
You will do good things. Just keep at them, and they will.
I'll try.
And do not forget, you have gained connections over your years here. If, like they say, teach them, but if there's things you can't teach, maybe others you can find can.
Oh, yes. Speaking of which, forgive me. I've gotten so lost in myself. I need to go see Mary about getting some sewing classes going. Thank you for talking to me. I am sorry for taking your time. And he just sort of like removes this little cap he's got and sort of giving you all the bow again before putting it back on.
It is always good to see you.
And he's going to politely sort of keep on his way.
Do we know a Mary? Some of us have been around the Covenant. Is that part of the Covenant?
A few Marys,
okay,
but no, not in that context.
Not anyone, and anyone that would for sewing. Okay.
No.
No, we know Mary. Mary is literally the little lady that runs the Coven Club. Remember?
I mean, you might
That's where
assume it's
Peaches
that
took us.
Mary.
It might be that Mary.
Okay. I hope. I hope they're not going to have the Covenant.
Judging by his worried thing about witchcraft, though.
Probably not.
But you know, who knows?
Okay. Yeah, you might not know yet.
Yeah, he'll move on. Meanwhile, Nim, Maltori was just sort of had a sort of smug aura as he moved off with you. It was like, yes, I've helped that man.
What did you do?
It's only a small talisman. It doesn't reverse or arrest aging, but it does slow it a bit.
Don't you need that?
I have like 20.
I don't think it's going to do much for me at this point.
Oh.
Look at me, rickety on death's door.
No, you're not. You're stout and ready to move forth like a new Farmirian.
Yes, in fact, I bet I could leap and click my heels together right here. Forgive me if I don't, though.
Oh, please don't. I would be falling off.
Mm-hmm. And
it is for my safety that you can't.
Cassian, you said you turned heel and left. Are you heading away from the temple, or are you trying to catch up with
No,
Bertori?
I'm heading towards the temple. I
Okay.
figured,
Oh, you moved past
Cassian
the mayor
had-
then. Okay.
yeah, Cassian was moving past. He said something. Cassian turned, grabbed him by the shoulders. Then, when Cassian was done, he flipped back and started heading towards the temple again.
No. You were talking to, like, there's no turning on his part. So you grabbed him face to face and then moved
And then I
past
just
him.
moved past.
Yeah.
I think that nice Reaper saved him.
Unusual. Not something they should or can do. Can
I'm glad
they?
they did. I don't know. They're not exactly on speaking terms with a lot of angels.
That's true.
They seem to be doing a lot more infernal work than otherwise. I mean, Yalia's got the eyes of an angel on her, so there's that.
Are all of you just horny for each other? What? I swear this group is.
I wasn't saying that in a horny. I was saying like they're watching over her protectively in a good way.
Ayaria's got the eyes of an angel.
On her. On her.
Oh,
Like they're
gazing at
they're-
her. I see.
yes, you know, like
I-
the little Rick Beal and their big brother was it Jim?
I shouldn't be. Listen, I don't know if you realize it, Nim, but I had it with ours about you truly folk. You have a habit of saying things that sound. Yes.
One of us isn't there yet, but we're deeply offended.
Listen, I like to think I am very direct when I'm talking about innuendos of sex.
Innuendos of sex. Yes, yes, Nim, you're quite direct, of course. Forgive me.
I meant it as a polite thing in the fact that there is a divine creature that seemed to be looking out for Yalia, and I thought that was good.
And you and Taryc and most of you, it seems.
Well, I mean, all of us have the guise of the gods on us, including you. But
Cassian. Hello. You came trotting
Hi.
up fast.
Yeah, I wanted to extricate myself from that.
why? What does matter?
He's a depressing man.
He got lucky and got a wake-up call, and he started going the wrong way.
What?
Okay, so the story he said, he felt the rope snap, go tight. He saw
Yeah.
black feathers, and then the rope snapped.
Hmm?
He tried to commit suicide, which was a bad idea. You just don't.
Slim thinks that maybe
And-
one of the Reapers interceded.
Actually, I think the Reaper wasn't there to collect him. The Reaper might have known that rope wouldn't have held and was just there to scare him to get his life in order.
Maybe.
It also could have been Miller and her Raven, I guess. But you know,
Could be too, but he
She's not the
decided
savvy
to-
type, though, really, is she?
you never know. She's pretty cool.
But he decided to try and make amends, and he was doing it for the wrong reasons. And
Well,
I'm sorry,
that's
he
nonsense. There
pissed
are
me
no
off
wrong
with what he was
reasons.
doing. He converted his home into an orphanage to try and possibly
That's
curry
noble.
favor. Not if he's trying just to curry favor.
Well,
He
what's
was-
these?
Now-
That's what everybody
was-
does that worships a god.
He was potentially just going to leave it be, and it's. I
No.
grew up in that sort of environment, and no.
If he doesn't know how
So-
to run an orphanage, better someone else be in charge.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he
Also,
wants
Cassian.
to earn his forgiveness, he needs to do something for it. And Cassian just looks over to the two of them.
Do you understand how hard it is to be a bad person who wants to be forgiven and know that any path that you take is just a path of something that you give reproach to yourself from? Do you know what it's like to wake up every day and think to yourself, today I'm going to try to be a hero and I'm going to make everybody proud of me. And then you know deep down, am I doing it because I think that I am doing good things, or am I doing it because I am deep down ashamed of the asshole that I am, and that how cold-blooded killer I can be, and that I know I'm damned to hell, and anything that I do, I have to look at it and think about it. I understand that, man. He is making mistakes. He is trying to do better. It is sad.
He is trying. He honestly was starting to move in the right direction. I gave him a kick in the ass.
Honestly, he was moving in the right direction the moment he decided he needed to make amends, whether it's for selfish reasons or not. If the gods decide that deserves
he-
damnation, then fuck them all.
I think that's why he got the visit. But by the same token, he needed a kick to forgive himself because he's holding
Did you tell him
whatever
he
he
is
did.
forgiven?
I told him the first step was to forgive himself.
That is going to be
That's
the
never
last
going to
step.
happen. Yes.
If it happens at all.
Well, if he's going to help raise those kids,
Why would you put that on him? If he is not qualified, if he is just trying to help out children by giving wealth away, then isn't that good enough? Why does he have to raise children? And truly, lots of people don't raise their children.
And whatever path to salvation lies ahead of him, I hope it's not too cruel to him.
I wish I could give him my book on Lorne. Maybe it would make him feel better. But even if he dies, there is still hope.
Someone that cares for him.
Yes. But I am afraid of talking about Lorne in very many places.
Especially to a man who thinks he's damned.
Yes, I think it might push him the other way. I find comfort in the thoughts of Lorne. It's good to know that, my hell stay will be short. She winks.
Still.
well, also if he does stay and help those kids, even if he just stays on the periphery and mentors them, he'll give them a better life and a better chance.
Whether he does that or not, I think the important thing is he's not going to forgive himself. I don't forgive myself for what I did. I've learned to accept it, but it's important that others forgive him. I think that's the salvation. So we do, right?
I think every step that you try, even if you're afraid that you're doing it for some other reason, the fact that you keep trying and that you have those feelings and that you worry about it, that I think is the real path.
Ah, there they are. Yalia. No, Melikka, right?
Melikka, yeah.
Taryc, how, is him off okay?
I think so.
He is not sure about the item you gave him.
It
We
seemed
were told
like
not
a
to open it
powerful
by
trinket.
Noah, so
why would you open it? It's sewn
Because
shut.
it was close.
It's sewn shut for a reason.
You didn't tell him that. He just shoved it in his hand.
Excuse me,
we
I'm
did-
being a mysterious wizard. He's
That's-
supposed to know just
Being
to
a
keep it
mysterious
on
wizard
him.
isn't.
When I grow
Being
up
a
someday,
mysterious
I want to
wizard
be a
is
wizard.
bad for someone in a depressive state.
What? No, it's
Oh, what is this?
inspiring.
I'm
The
gonna
mysterious
open it up.
man gives you a thing. You're supposed to ponder on it.
He
On-
You
pondered
didn't
of
give him an
opening
orb,
it.
Maltori. You gave him a pouch.
I would not stand for being attacked like this. Nim, we know the fineries of wizardry.
Unfortunately, I do not, but luckily Noah stopped me from opening it for him. So.
Well done, Noah. Good.
Also,
You're
what
welcome.
temple is this?
It's Bahamut.
Ingus.
Oh,
It's Dingus.
Dingus?
Yes, Bahamut's true name.
Is that a bad thing to say?
I don't
It
know.
might get you walloped by a priest.
I think the priest wouldn't appreciate it.
But Bahamut says they like their name.
Why did we
If
come
they
here?
have a sense of humor,
We are
they
going down
take
to get the battery chargy thing, and we are going to get
Yes.
another pad.
Right, of course, I knew that. And there is Nim. Actually, most of you've seen elderly people in your life. There's that look of lust on his face. Before he just nods and continues on into the temple. and you can follow along if you want.
Follow.
You're all able to head down into the crypts. Guardsmen posted at the entrance, which don't bother questioning you. You're kind of an obvious group, although they do give pause and sort of look at Melikka as
Children? Oh,
no.
Melikka and Noah.
They-
They don't probably ignore Noah.
Noah is a fae as far as they're concerned, and that's just
Faye.
Nim, they're not. Unfortunately, they can't really tell the difference.
They vaguely know there's a Trixie and they
Yeah.
don't care.
They see the Trixie shape on Maltori's shoulder, and yep, that's a Trixie. But like Melikka, it's not the fact that Melikka's a child, although that does add extra curiosity. But she's new,
She's our intern.
and
Stay up here.
no, I'll just get you used to this nonsense.
Yes.
Is this where the weird place was that you
Oh,
all talked
yes.
about?
Oh, fresh eyes for a wonder of the ancient past.
Yes.
Behold the glory. And he's going to start going down that stone steps, lights up his staff to give light. And soon enough, yes, you all arrive at the doors to the underground complex. Melikka, strange, completely smooth, flat doors of a substance you think is metal, but has a strange look and texture to it. It's not like nothing you've ever seen. This architecture is supremely alien beyond any capability that you know, and it just becomes more wondrous as you enter this ancient facility. Chairs of all perfect replication of each other seem to have leather that is not leather. There are plants in here still standing that you would not know they are made of plastic.
And fabric.
And yeah, you are led through this facility until finally you all arrive at that one room, which lights up upon you, Maltori entering in particular. And you all hear a voice chime, welcome, Master Maltori.
Ah,
It's really weird to me. They couldn't keep the people alive, but the plants lived.
No plants have
The plants-
survived.
No, that's a lot of living plants. We saw them on the way down. They're all green and fresh.
they also feel like weird, not
Ah.
soft and squishy.
Perhaps overgrowth. I do not have eyes out there.
They don't smell either.
How are you doing today?
Who is this?
My systems are continuing to operate at an acceptable capacity.
That is good to hear, Sarah.
Sarah. She makes things.
Remind me, is Sarah a visual thing or is it just voice?
Just voice currently.
Voice.
Just voice. So Sarah's the room?
Inaccurate, but
Yes.
an acceptable statement.
Sarah
She
is the
makes
face.
things.
You're a crafter.
Very, very efficient one at that.
I will accept this title.
Sarah,
What?
are you able to make us a device that could charge the pucks and the weapons using natural means?
Yes, although as I explained before, depending on what natural means you are tapping into, it may take some time. But I can give it an initial charge.
All right. And what would be the means?
You would. I can provide you with solar panels if you so wish.
think
Solar.
that's what
I think that
Wilhelm
is what
mentioned.
Wilhelm said. Yes.
Or would you
Could
prefer
you provide
a hydro
instructions
hookup?
on how to hydro?
Hydro?
A small, efficient water wheel, or perhaps something
A
to
water
be
wheel?
powered by air?
Which is better?
Depends on your climate. If you have access to a clear sky and persistent sunny weather, then I would recommend the solar panels. Well suited for places like Thule.
Okay. And the water wheel?
Water wheel, if you are near a constantly flowing river will provide a steady stream of energy.
Does a faster river produce more energy?
Yes. Up to a limit of capacity, of course.
Does that mean Fula could help make a lot of
Water is
energy?
better. If we could do both water and light,
Would you like me
Or
to
not.
produce a charger that has hookups that are interchangeable between various powering means?
and directions on how to set it up.
Certainly. I will print you a manual.
All right. And also, could we get another pad with data?
Certainly. Give me a moment, please. Creating this power source will take a little longer than usual. 5 seconds later, it materializes on the pad.
Oh God!
Oh, I was waiting for the old tractor feed printer sound. Brr, 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 brr.
I am sorry for the amount of time that took.
Was so long.
Time.
Yeah, there is this large box-like shape. Seems to have panels that can be sort of slid aside, and they looks like there is basically slots that you would plug those strange little batteries for the weapons into, and also there are like just weird markings on top of this box. So directs. The manual is included. Please read it before using. If you would remove the item from the pad, I will then print you your information tablet.
How big? When you say box, like how big?
It is the size of like any of you could lift it, but it is a large, both hands.
Any of us, you say?
Most of you could lift it. Uh,
I will pick it up.
it's basically the size of a decent generator, portable generator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll pick it up and move it out. I'll
Put it
just
low.
kind of hold on to it. I
There is
guess.
another whir, and a data pad appears.
All right. We want to put information on this. Yes.
Please put it in the usual receptacle. Children, one of you's got to do it.
Do it.
Fine, all right, fine. The old man.
But
I'll
I'll
do it.
put it down. I'll put down the generator. Hold, move it.
You're choking on one of my sweets, Nim. What?
I think
What's
that
that?
is her going. She is too small to do it.
Out of the way, I'll do it. She takes it and gets it done.
Okay. The Sarah chimes up. What information would you like?
Can you read do the same information that you had previously?
Wait.
Installed on this?
Do we want
Oh.
to give awful?
Not the restricted information.
Yeah, let's not give him the stuff that was locked up.
Frankly, does he need history? He's more into.
It's physics, I think, is the
Physics?
one he
Science.
wanted.
Yes,
science.
Physics.
anything and everything to do with science and physics that isn't restricted data, Sarah, please.
And engineering.
Yes, is that covered in those fields? I think I understand what you want. And you just see that the pad starts to light up as data is transferred to it. Sarah then continues. Did you wish to have the windmill, watermill, and solar panels?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, there's a hum. Looks like to be like the stack of like thick sheets. Appears on the pad. Please remove.
I will.
I'll grab them.
Okay.
Works.
Cassian takes them off. There is another hum, and this large. Well, you've seen water wheels, but it looks like a sort of technological version of one, and not as large as the water wheels attached to buildings you're used to. This is a man portable one, but hums appears. Please remove.
I will actually. I'll pick that one up because I'm guessing that might be one of the peppier parts of it so far.
You take that off, and then there's another hum, and this. You are familiar with windmills, this looks nothing like that kind of construction. It is like these weird spiraled tubes and such.
Whoa.
Oh, so the vertical ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The vertical bendy ones.
It's
Yeah.
an upright turbine.
Yep.
That's
Please
weird.
remove.
It's like a whalebone.
Yoink.
What else may I assist you with today?
That is the main things we came down here for, yes?
I do not know.
Yeah. Yes, this is the main. This is our main.
Objective.
Yes, our main objective. Is there anything else that we want down here? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's it. I
In that
think we're
case,
all done.
would you be so kind as to rate my service?
Top
One of the screens
notch.
lights up. There are what like to
Oh.
be 5 star shapes that are blanked out.
Which
going- that-
which is best?
5 stars would be best.
I choose
Cassian will
5.
hit the 5-star button or tap whatever's lit up.
It lights up. Sarah goes, "Thank you." And then there is another flash that it
That
says
screen.
server connection error.
Oh.
Google not found.
Okay. We have other things to do. We'll see you later, Sarah.
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sarah.
Thank you again.
Gonna
Right.
hoof out the generator and the wheel.
Maltori is looking at these various things, looking at the rest of the party, and like, I know a couple of you are quite strong, but well, you're a
Should put it in
child. You're.
Oh.
I don't know about you all, but I don't think most of this is going to fit in what storage I have left. And
I have a-
portable hole. I think this stuff's delicate.
It's
Sarah, is this stuff delicate?
Define delicate.
Easily
Cassian's looking
broken.
at-
How easy is it to damage?
Please do not drop them off of large heights. However, they should be sufficiently able to withstand any standard handling.
I have room in my bag of holding if we want to put those sheet things in it. Taryc could carry the big generator thing.
Cassian's looking at while Cassian's reading the sheets. He just starts waving a hand, saying something, snaps, and there's a whoomp behind him. I'm casting Tensor's floating disc.
Maltori goes, "Fuck! That's what I wanted to do." You know how often I get to use that bastard? God,
Why don't you cast it and we ride it out?
it doesn't work like that. I mean, I
Aw.
suppose you could ride on it even if it follows me if you want.
Oh, it only follows you?
Yes, you can't get on it yourself and ride it around.
Well, then why don't you cast it? We'll put all the stuff on that one and you could ride on Cassian's all the way out.
A train.
You can take the
Yeah, it'd be
kids with
fun.
you.
I can take the what with me?
You can take the kids with you.
All right, yes.
I'll-
Children. You know what? Fuck it. Yes. He's gonna cast his own Tensor's floating disc.
He's just gonna sit on Cassian's with
yeah.
all us kids will get on there.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna look ridiculous.
No,
I
who
mean, we all.
cares?
It's going to look. It's going to look esoteric.
It'll look very
That's
magical.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the
Holy
wheel on.
crows.
Putting the wheel on the
Yeah.
extra disc.
Okay, this turns out to be a disaster as you try to take these through a hallways. The discs like wanting to follow at a certain distance, which when you go through doorways and around corners, really starts to get
Absolute
awkward,
glide.
especially with a
Yeah.
train. There's so much dismounting, moving forward to get something to follow properly.
Oh, just like any follow-up question
telling
It's
you the
ever.
limits of
absolutely
this.
hilarious, and probably you're
We'll
all
have-
having a grand old time about it.
We're having a good laugh about
Yeah.
it at least.
Yeah.
This is why I'm carrying
Lattori
the
seems to be
box.
enjoying himself.
I'm carrying the box for this reason.
We just need strange shenanigans every so often because, God, it's tense.
This is
And
fun memories.
and eventually you emerge back up into the temple proper. You're just gonna take the stuff from the streets on the discs. Any attempts to disguise stuff, hide it?
Does anybody have like some blankets?
I'm going to go into Saeed's packs and pull out the 2-person tent and drape it over.
All right, yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Cassian's actually going to go, who has the unicorn?
I left it back at the house. I don't generally bring that thing with me because
Oh, I was going to
Hard.
say if we had it, tie it to the top of that in case someone tries to get grabby.
we're not. Forcing everybody.
Oh,
Don't you
I'm
think that
also
would raise more questions?
I'm also throwing. I also have a blanket. I'm going to throw the blanket over the box I'm carrying.
Okay,
So
you guys
it's-
sufficiently disguise stuff. Although still mysterious. Get stairs. You know, you're taking floating disc with these strange
get-
covered things through town.
Is it
Also,
more serious than we normally get?
While we're riding out on the big streets, I'm gonna cast my tensor slotting disc.
Amazing. Okay. There are a lot of gawking stairs as you travel.
My disc has nothing on it, but I'm excited to have cast it.
You don't so much get the odd looks as just sort of puzzled this time round.
Yep.
But yeah, where are you guys heading? Back to home?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's everyone just following along on behind Cassian.
Yeah. And you guys are able to make it back to the manor. When you get there, Arbor will actually come out the front door, looking amused. And she just goes, I saw you coming down the path. You look ridiculous. I hope you know.
We're having a disc party.
We are esoteric wizards with almighty discs. Okay.
Ponder our orbs.
I am
There's a lot
taking the
of those
box.
to ponder, so
Are we putting these in the basement for now, or
Why
yeah.
don't we just put them in the living room? We can send message to
okay? I will go put the
It's
box
not,
in the living room.
it's not like they live very far away. Cassian, can you let the Rodrigues know? The Rodrigues?
Specifically, all
Or could you let Awful know? I think he's staying at the Rodrigues.
I'm checking my spell list to see if I have any sendings left. Okay. Cassian's going to send a message to Awful.
Okay, what is your message?
Got stuff. Come to the state.
Okay, all right. You just get back on my way.
Did you tell him it was a big amount of stuff?
He'll figure it out.
Okay.
You know what? We're gonna give him a roll. He is a
Do
smart
I
man.
bring
so
a
hopefully-
handbasket or do I
Actually,
bring a
we're
cart?
not using Ent. We're going to be a little cooler. We're going to use Wisdom. Yeah, he's going to bring a cart.
Okay. Good child.
Yeah.
And Cassian is actually going to start looking into one of the boxes because he's still reading the manual.
There's no boxes to look into.
Oh, I thought they are boxes.
There is a
The
box.
generator
there
is a
is backing.
large block, a large cubish thing. It's got your usual sci-fi tapered edges and so on, but it's essentially a big brick.
A brick of power.
Yes. And our sort of shakes his head a bit before seems to do a double take, and then she just goes, Nim,
Yes.
you are especially small today.
Oh, how nice of you to notice. You're the first person.
Well, I noticed.
Okay, now Papa noticed.
I noticed too, but you tend to be very sensitive about your size, so I didn't want to say anything.
It's okay when she says it, because, you know, we're in a relationship.
You
Had a
you're
hey,
supposed to
Lord.
see like in
I know this is Larkin because we're leaving in the morning. This is going to be awkward.
No, it's going to be funny. You don't mind. Um, she's quickly rummaging in her pocket to get out the ring, and she's going to slip it on, all the while going, Matori, put it down, please. And Matori will sort of put you down on the ground. And Awa is going, oh my God, look at you, you are so small. And she's going to pull you into a hug. And then as she sort of releases the hug, you're looking up at yourself.
This is a really awkward dream all of a sudden.
So, my daughter, we are going to go see Larkin. I'm going to tell him about my estranged child, and I hope that he accepts us.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm
Fall
going to go see my new papa.
You.
Cruel
Oh,
and
no.
unusual
We won't let it go on for long.
pixies.
I'm just going to scare him for a minute.
Yes, it'll be fine. It'll be funny.
Now I see
weep?
why you want
Nomi
to power
is
the
craning
bells.
his head far away from Awa and Nim right now. And you're getting flashes of just like, don't understand.
There's
Don't understand.
Two.
Don't understand.
I weep for Larkin.
Come with me, Nami. I will get you something nice to eat.
Don't understand as Taryc takes Nomi away.
I'm gonna take Nami
All
and
right,
Saeed
well,
both
we are
together.
going to go say our goodbyes to Larkin.
I thought
and
we were going to ride
give
your
us-
Drake though, so
I thought we were too.
can we borrow Shalai?
Oh yeah. Are you okay with that, Shulai?
Shalai sort of looks at you, looks down at them, and then just you get a flash of apple slice in your head.
You can have an apple slice when you get back.
She just bobs her head then and flaps on down to Nim and Awa.
Wow, we found a direct descendant of Dingus.
That's not a direct senator dingus.
Um,
They want apple slices.
Yeah.
I've been more simple, and it will do job for food.
Shalai just knows that her time is valuable.
Mhm.
And Nim, you're used to like Nomi sort of boisterously like thumping down to let you mount or even just picking you up and placing you on his chest. Shalai does the most graceful little dip. Wing
Oh,
it,
what a good
extended out.
baby. So well behaved.
Oh, yes, it's a very good girl. And Shalai gets lots of praise from Ara as well. As you're both able to mount up and flap away.
Okay, that's not going to cause a panic attack for Nami later when he realizes we're both gone. He had two and then he had none.
Nomi don't not understand this math.
Math went bad.
Right. Yeah, you guys are able to get stuff inside. Just putting it away in like in the dining room or something.
In the foyer.
In the foyer. Okay.
Like Cassian's still going over the stuff, just looking at it, trying to figure out how it all goes together.
Right. The manual.
Because this is just interesting.
The manual.
There's a manual.
Go ahead and give me. Who has the manual? Who picked those up?
I did.
You picked
I
those up.
picked it up.
Right. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. We're reading this.
Straight
It's an
intelligence.
IKEA manual.
It's gonna be at. Were you doing any study of this stuff? I know Noah was.
Yeah, I had been
No.
reading
Yeah.
the science book.
Right. Yep. You can roll it normal then. Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Thankfully,
I
it seems
can't
to
get any
be
better than that.
it seems to be fairly straightforward. It's literally just plug one of the things, like all of the wind turbine, the solar panels, and such. They all have the same hookup, and they all just hook up to the same thing, which is a little press in and turn, and it's set in place. And there's literally just a on button, and you put stuff in. This is the
Okay,
most idiot-proof tech that they could possibly make.
Yeah, and then they didn't realize
The
that the
manual
world would
is
make
like
a bunch
2
of new
pages.
idiots.
The manual is just 2 pages of pictures.
Oh, okay. Now, can multiple things be plugged in at the same time, or is it just one thing at a time?
What out of the different energy source?
Power supplies?
No, just one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Cassian's just poking at it. Does it have any sort of charge indicators on it?
Yes, it does. It seems to have a string of bars on it. Looks like there's 10 green bars, and it appears to be full right now.
Cassian looks left. Cassian looks right. Cassian looks down, pulls out his compuck, puts it in for a second.
Right, it's got some marked areas on top of it that you basically put this on. Some form of wireless charging, and you see your compact just starts to blink.
And I'm going to cast Detect Magic while this is all going on.
Infuriatingly, there is no magic.
How? Reveal your secrets!
Angry mage hating technology.
Right, as people start to play with this, multiple things can be charged at once. If people do want to try and get things charged,
I'm going to try and get people to hand me compucks, and I'm going to put them on, and I'm going to keep the the Detect Magic on.
anyone else want to charge the compacts?
Yeah.
I will. Noah,
Hmm.
can you show,
I technically
charge
don't.
your picture
have-
box?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going
I like
to
the
try
idea that
it.
you're gonna wear
and-
out all the charge before.
You put the camera on, the compacts go on. If anybody puts any of the like found facility compacts on, a couple of them don't blink at all.
They're just gone.
They look like they might actually just be dead. The
I've
camera
just got three
goes
additional
on
ones which were
a
comparing, so-
little. The camera doesn't blink like the compacts do. You just see a sort of like yellowish light come on. And yeah, you're watching it, and you see just one of those bars sort of grey out.
How many bars are there?
10.
Oh, okay, I can.
Right, and as you,
Someone try figure out where maybe these go on there, and I'm going to hold out a pair of the energy cuffs.
oh, energy cuffs.
Um,
I still have two more of those.
If they're like everything else, they would just go on top of it. But
Um,
those might take a lot of power.
you want to
I'm
put those
just
on?
curious if they actually will, if they charge from.
You don't see like so you see where the rifle and pistol things would slot into. Like you've seen the connector points on those, and you see the very obvious ports for them. Looks like those
Mhm.
can't wire charge, but you don't see anything that suggests like connection on the cuffs. There's no like ports, no weird sticky out bits. So presumably, if they take charge, it's probably delivered wirelessly as well.
Well,
Good.
do we want to wait till the stuff gets powered?
I
And
mean,
then-
this is going to be powered anyway, right? It's rechargeable.
Yeah, but
We are-
Awful's going to want to play as soon as he gets a hold of this.
aren't we
There's
handing
still
it off?
9 of those little bars left.
Aren't we
But we-
handing it off to him? Wasn't that the plan?
Yes.
So let's charge what we need, and then he'll be. This will go into his hands.
Do you have one of those stun batons?
Yes, I would like to charge that as well.
Okay. We'll get this stuff done. We'll try that and the cuffs, and then whatever's left.
How many complex do we have in the building right now? Do we know? Because I don't
Only
know
the
if
ones that you guys have on your persons. I have everything else
Yeah,
in
the
my
awesome.
bag of holding, and I'm
And
not
she's
there.
gone.
Yep, and the three I'm carrying were personal ones, which
And
Yeah.
those are pretty much dead.
those are, even if they weren't dead, we out of character know that they're locked. So even if I charge one, if one of the three does charge, we'd do any of the three personal ones I have charge?
One of them does, yes.
I will leave that one on, and because we don't technically know that we can't do anything with it.
Right. Are the cuffs and the stun button put on?
Yes.
Okay, you put one of those on, and like immediately another of those bars blinks out.
Oh,
That took a lot of charge.
yeah. Those we might not want to charge for too long.
I think that should do it for this.
And another bar blinks out.
I'm gonna
She
pick
takes-
up the cuffs.
Oh,
You pick up the cuffs.
are
And they don't just blink out. Like you can see a sort of pulsing that seems to suggest charge time. It started pulsing really rapidly with the cuffs on there. With just the baton and the complex on there, it does slow down substantially, which tells you that those cuffs take a lot more energy than even that baton does.
Oh.
What is set up on it right now? Out of since
We don't have.
Cassian's-
I don't have anything running into it. We're just running off
Oh,
its
okay,
internal
yeah, okay.
battery.
I thought you had
Because
snapped
we're
something
inside, we're
on.
not going to be able to get any power unless someone has a
wind.
jug of water.
Jug of
Or, I
water,
mean,
wind magic.
Wind, or just blow into it.
Do you want to try to blow on the turbine?
I mean, I guess large of myself to try that.
All right.
Yeah, beat your
I'm not doing that.
wings.
I'm not doing that.
I will tell you, basically, anything that you do that is short of like actually casting wind magic, that thing barely creaks.
This is when we need that decanter for this water.
Yeah.
I do have an alchemy jug, but doesn't really flow fast enough out of
Mayonnaise.
character.
Nice.
You do water.
Oh, that would be so nasty after an hour.
All right. Yeah.
Casting wind wall would risk damaging it, wouldn't it? I wonder if I could do
It
that.
applies force damage, doesn't it?
It would also like hit
No, it's
one
just-
side
it's
of it,
bludgeoning.
right?
Bludgeoning, yeah.
Yeah.
So
What if I did it next to it?
I
But
don't
you
think-
don't risk breaking it.
I think like a cantrip would be the safest option if there was a cantrip you had that let you do stuff with like wind, like elementalism or something.
And Windwall technically only hits creatures for damage.
Oh, nice.
I say
It
start thinking
moves
about
other
ways to
things.
experiment with this. Nim,
Yes.
you and the Awa arrive basically at the guard building sided into the Brownie district, where you'd arranged to actually meet up with Larkin. And Shalai very gracefully lands, like you barely feel it, unlike Nomi's thumping.
Slammed to the
yeah.
ground.
And
Or
Yes,
not
alive.
being-
and she just does a soft little meep and sets you down gently, and then it's not insistent or forceful like a lot of the pseudo dragon communication you've gotten, especially from Nomi. But there's almost that quizzical, hopeful, like apple slice in your head.
Usually these guard posts have like treats that you can get them, right?
Yeah.
I'll go to see if they have any treats.
You just head over to the guard post, and Brownies, of course, recognize Alwa, and you just look like a tricksy child, which they assume. Oh, Nim, is this your little sister or daughter? Or yes, this is my little girl.
I'm 8.
She's 8. Isn't she adorable? Do you have any treats that we could give a pseudo dragon friend? It's your life.
We rode in the sky.
Yes, we rode in the sky, didn't we, sweet teeth? It was so fun. You liked it, didn't you?
So much fun.
And one of the guards actually crouches down to you and goes, "Oh, that's real nice. You want to be a dragon rider when you grow up?"
I do.
Oh, well, we're not supposed to, but if your mum's fine with it, you can come by here. We'll give you some lessons.
Wow.
And this guy just starts talking to you as he would a child, while the other one hands Arwa treats.
Div is completely fine with this.
And as you and I were able to feed Shalai, eventually Larkin does emerge. You see he's sort of like just putting a few things into bag, clearly having like gotten his armor such off, is just like getting ready to head on out. And he sees Arwa, smiles brightly, waves at her, and then just looks a little puzzled as he catches sight of you coming on over. And Arwa sort of looks at him and goes, "Oh, there you are. So a little awkward, but I thought as we're growing closer, you should meet my little girl here." And she takes you by the shoulders, brings you in front of her.
Are you my daddy now?
Larkin pales. You see the guards that are here that were just talking with you suddenly stiffen, like, oh god. Really looking like they want to be able to leave their post right now. Larkin just, oh god, that's see, that's really, that's a. He looks to Arwa as if looking for any sign, and she's just giving him nothing. And she just leans forward and goes, "Are you her daddy?" "Oh, I'm. Listen, he's gonna crouch down to you and him, and goes, "Me and your mum, we're getting on real well. I didn't know. Oh God.
It's okay. We can just be boyfriend and girlfriend." And she gives him a kiss on the cheek.
No, he falls backwards, looking very alarmed. One of the guards laughs at him. The other goes, "Oh, oh," and Awa laughs, and he just, okay. So this is, your real is real cute. Nim, please. I don't know what's
Yes, I am Nim.
No, I am Nim.
No, I am Nim.
No, I'm Nim.
No, I am
You're
Nim. I am Nim.
Oh, you're Nim. And she
I am Nim.
she reverts back to a more drowish look, and Larkin just looks more confused. What?
I had the trouble in the Fey Forest, and we thought it was a really funny thing.
What?
Yeah, the Fey Forest is really complicated sometimes for adventurers.
Wait, so you're not you are Nim. You're
Yes, I am
just
Nim.
little. Oh God! And he just sort of like just stays sitting there, putting his hand to his chest. Okay.
But it is good to know that if I had a child, that you were still okay. But that's funny.
Just give me a moment, okay? Bring back the nose. That was awful.
You are bad people.
One of the guys just goes, "Oh, by the gods, I don't envy you, man." And Larkin just waves his hand at him almost dismissively. Just goes, "Shut it, Smith. Just okay."
That's alright. It's going to wear off. It's just I think it's going to wear off. It wore off last time. It happened to Noah and Cassian.
If it doesn't wear off, we need to really reconsider.
Oh, we'll get it fixed because I'm not staying. I'm not staying like this. This is going to be very awkward.
You sure? You are very cute.
Well, I am very cute, but I would hate to have to wait.
Well, it's only be what 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I have waited a long time to fall in love with somebody, so I don't really want to have to wait that long.
You can do the childhood crush thing, no?
Oh, I could pine for ages.
Mm-hmm. But yes,
we're going to get it fixed.
I really do appreciate making out, so we need to fix this.
Yeah, we're going to get this fixed. But we apparently have to leave in the morning.
What? Is this part of the joke?
No, that is a serious thing. This is the awkward part, is the fact that I get to see you on my last night like this.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, yeah. Oh, blast. That's
I know, it sucks.
You're leaving.
You coming with?
What? Where?
I don't know. We're going to Loril or something.
Loril?
Oh, no, wait. Eventually we're going to Loril. But first we were going to go to... We're going
to the Northern Mountain.
The Northern Mountain City. Yeah, we're going to Northern Mountain City, and then we're going maybe capital clear our name.
Oh,
You could.
I he actually looks really awkward and goes, I'd really like to, really. Like traveling with you sounds amazing, but I mean, I'm paying my mum's rent, you know.
Oh,
I-
all right.
What
I mean, all right. I understand, and
you do?
know, yeah. I just wanted to know that you could come. You know, I know
You're
that you
not
are.
you're not mad that I'm not.
No, I'm not mad. I am proud of you. You are taking care of your mother. You're a good man.
It's not
I
being
do think
good.
I
It's just
moon over you so much. You're beautiful and great.
he reddens a little bit and he
And
sort
this
of
is
gets himself
really
up.
awkward to be a
Yeah.
child right now. It is very bad.
Yeah. Well, boss.
I'll be back
yeah,
as soon as I can.
well, when are you leaving? Tomorrow morning, afternoon?
Yeah, it is in the morning, probably after breakfast. The old man does not like to leave till he's had his
Breakfast.
food.
Okay. I'll come see you off then.
Yeah, come see me off. That would be
I
really
mean,
nice.
I know it's not exactly a date with how you are right now, but if you guys want to catch dinner or
Wanna go
something,
have dinner and we could joke about a bit, and I could get the weird
I
looks from
did want
everybody.
to.
That would be fine.
I did want to introduce you to my mum, but maybe
You want to still hold out on that? She might think you're
let's
robbing
wait.
the cradle.
Yeah, like literally badly. I don't. And he actually looks at the guards and goes, "You understand the situation as well. You're not gonna. Don't make a joke out of this." And he points at the other two, and one of them just puts their hands up, like, and the other goes, "You pay for a couple of rounds, maybe. We keep mum, huh? All right, fine, yeah."
It is pretty funny, though. You have to admit this. It
No.
is very funny.
No, no. He just shakes his head.
I thought it was funny at first, and then I was like, "Oh shit! This is my last night in town. This is really lame."
But well, me and my daughter won't say no to dinner. Please don't stop that. Stop that. Okay, right. And he just puts his hands up and goes, "Let's go get something nice."
Yes, let's go have a nice dinner.
Right, and you can head off with Larkin and Awa to get some food. Back at the manor. Actually, as you're heading off, shall I sort of like beeps at you, like, what do?
You can fly home if you want. Go ahead.
Should I sort of looks around, looking at a little, not quite lost, just like quizzically lost, maybe? And
You
you get a
do you
flash
not
of,
know the way home?
no way, fly alone?
You've never flown alone, shall I?
Not far.
Do you want to stay with people?
Apple slice.
The apple slice is waiting for you at home.
Can fly
If we
alone?
aren't going. Yeah, you can fly alone. Go back to Iala.
Apple slice.
Yeah, get apple slice.
There's
You can
a
get
very,
two apple slices.
her head raises a little bit. There's a soft little meep, and then she's going to take to the air and start flying off towards home.
I hope that
Flyer
little
was
one knows
never
her way
seen
home.
again.
I'm very worried about what I have just done.
Apple slice.
You do have that compact now to contact Iala, if you think of that.
No,
No, it
don't
works.
think of that. All right. Back at the manor. Awful appears. He's just. You'd expect, this man of a noble family to be moving with like an actual horse and cart, but no, he's just got this like hand cart. Comes trundling up the path with it. For such a life-looking man, he seems to be handling it well. Actually, pauses, gives you all the wave as he's coming along, and then grabs both handles again, pulls it up along, and he goes, "All right, you sounded like from Cassian's messages more than just data, yes?
Or do we have a gift for you?
Please, show me.
All right.
Cassian's
so
going to
thi-
drag out the upright first.
What is this contraption? This
Oh,
here.
we got more. And then he's going to go back in, grab the water wheel, come back out.
Cassian, what's
So-
your strength score?
10.
With the center of lift capacity. Actually, go ahead. Just give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yeah. Okay. You manage it. This is not light equipment, though. Not
No.
even remotely. This is an effort for you.
The wizard needs a little bit of a workout.
Yeah. And he's just like prodding at the turbine, and it sort of rotates as he does, and he goes, fascinating. What is this, some sort of lightning collector, or?
So what we got here are 3 different ways to charge this thing. She pats the box. This is the main power bank, I believe, and it plugs in around here.
Here, let me show you. Talia, can you help me with the box?
Oh yes.
Thank you. I'm out of shape. I run a lot, but I'm out of shape.
This is
Yes.
this
yes,
is
you are
fully functioning technology.
Yes.
completely.
So, each one of these, Cassian grabs the cord.
Clearly
one of-
attaches back here, right?
Yep, but you got to twist. Otherwise, it just sits there and does
A
nothing.
locking mechanism.
Yes. It can only operate off of one of them at a time,
Why?
and Cassian's going to. That's the way it's set up. It only has
Is
one
it
port for
an actual
input.
limitation, or just the design?
Design.
So you think it could potentially operate off of all 3 if the design allowed for it?
But do you really want to get wind by water? And this one actually needs sunlight to work.
Sunlight.
Mhm.
Why sunlight and not? Would candlelight work?
Maybe, but
You know what? You will find out. She
Yes, of
hands
course.
over the data pad.
oh no, it's not a data pad. It's literally
Or-
sheaths.
Well, there's a data pad as
So
well.
there's data pad in
Yeah,
there.
we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, the data pad was one of the things we were said to get for him.
This is
This will have a bunch of the information that Nora was showing you before, and maybe you'll find the answers. Don't
But
experiment too much on these parts, because they
No, yeah,
are not going to be replaceable as easily.
Of course, you're right. These will supply the other things that I must maintain focus. Although he sort of waves the data pad a bit. There's so much here to digest as well. This is
we've
wondrous.
we've been playing a little bit with it, and we've found a couple things just to give you fair warning. Cassian holds up one of the compucks. These take a little energy. We had a bunch of them going at the same time, and it really didn't drain much. But we put a couple of the larger items on, and it started using that energy real quick, like a fish drinks water.
Oh, I suppose it makes sense. It
So
takes more to create, say, a fireball chucking wand than it does a sending stone, right?
Yeah.
It may not be
So-
magic, but energy must be the same.
And you have a limited
Do you think
capacity
that
of energy.
so a brownie scaled magic item is essentially the same as a human-sized one in ability and capacity? Do you think the same is to be said for the weapons? Will the same charge supply the same firepower? Does it require less? This will be.
I don't know,
Yali
but
just kind of furrows her brow and shakes her head slowly. She has no idea.
well, I can give you that answer in magical terms, but I can't give you that answer in these terms.
I know. I'm excited to find out. Thank you for bringing me these, and of course, any discoveries I make, you will hear of immediately.
Before anything else, be safe with this.
Oh,
This is stuff we don't understand. We don't know how dangerous this is.
of course, I
things
will
go
allow
wrong.
no one else access to these.
Oh, I'm not even saying that. If you go picking at it, be careful because Cassian holds up the pamphlet and points down to a symbol that has a hand with a lightning bolt through it. I don't know what that means, but I think it means you'll get hit with a lightning bolt if you mess with it too much.
I will be
Noah
as
looks at
careful
it.
as I can, but as I like to say, caution is caustic to progress.
No, can Noah decipher that with the symbols knowledge?
Give me a roll with advantage. Intelligence.
Yeah, 'cause you have like tier 2 or 3 now, don't you?
There's
I had tier 2.
Yeah, you understand what it means.
Oh, that means electrical hazard.
Electrical
Be-
hazard.
Be careful. This has the power to zap you if used incorrectly.
So it'll hit you with a lightning bolt if you do something wrong.
I guess.
Remarkable.
I should get one of those symbols.
That's another use potentially.
No. When you see symbols like this, it means that this is consequences.
Yeah, it
Try and avoid this, otherwise it will cause damage to you or the object.
My friends, do you want me to explore these things or not?
explore them, but
Not
be
if it
careful.
kills you.
you can't provide us any information if you get yourself killed.
He actually crosses his arms, looking almost bemused, and goes, "Do you think me a child? Of course.
No.
In a candy store.
This is just
Noah actually a
common
child.
sense." He has not seemed to notice at all, by the way.
Cassian looks down at Noah.
Nor is he acknowledging that
You're-
there's a new lizard person here or anything. It's just like,
No, he was here with the. He's met the lizard.
He
person,
met the
technically.
last time, but now there's a new lizard person
Yeah,
because this is a
there's a
baby.
child.
Oh yeah, because the baby one. That's right. Do you need help putting these in there?
please,
Putting
yes.
Just start picking them up and putting them in the cart.
He will actually help you move these, and yeah, again, he actually seems like fit. Struggles less than Cassian did.
Wait, I can't remember. Did you say he was pulling the cart, or
Yeah, he was pulling it.
do I think he's going to be fine trying to move the cart with all this in it?
You think it's going to be difficult for him, but like in the same way, it would actually be difficult for you. It's not a matter of like just the pulling; it's just keeping things stable and such. You know.
Is he going to have the strength to do this easily, or is he going to need
Give
assistance with the cart?
me
Also?
an insight check.
Okay, I can do that.
He could also not take it all in one go, but you know.
You look at him, and he just looks like a slight noble. If it weren't for the fact you'd seen him doing some decent lifting and pulling, you wouldn't actually think him capable of much. But like you don't see anything particularly obvious as a giveaway of strength or such.
Okay, well, it's not a okay.
That would give you doubt as to his ability to pull this cart with stuff laboring on it.
And how tight is all the parts in it? Because again, we don't.
It's packed, but there's still some room in it. Such that he does actually start getting roping that he brought with him out, and he's making sure things are getting secured in place.
Would you like some help taking the cart back?
Oh, I certainly wouldn't object. Please.
Yes, I will help you, and I'm going to start helping him with the rope and everything.
Right. You help him get the stuff secured, and he sort of looks to you and goes, "You take one side, I take the other."
That'll work. And I will grab the left side. And
I'm very sorry to appear underrun, friends, but well, progress awaits.
We know you're. I figured this would happen. You're excited, but please stay alive.
I will endeavor to do so.
I don't want to have to learn spells to bring you back to get you to answer questions.
I have no desire to meet an early end now. It's all very exciting. My brother is far more open to me exploring ideas, it feels, although still a bit of mending to happen there. But well, Kieran has grown into such a wonderful man. So
Just remember to breathe once in a while.
Yes, of
and
course.
eat.
and Conrad, lovely fellow. Of course, the little uneducated, but that's always a thing that can be improved on. But bright fellow, nonetheless. I think if he committed his mind, there's more there than I think he admits. You know. Still, I'm sorry. It's
Awful.
all.
Awful. Please, I'm going to say this. This was ingrained into me when I was learning how to magic. An isolated mage is a feral animal.
Yes, no, that makes it. It was awful.
So please,
Awful having to hide myself in the shadows, but well, it's in my name, isn't it? But now
yes.
I'm out
So
in the
please,
light.
you're surrounded by people now. Socialize with them, please.
Well, we'll see.
Mm,
Happy to talk shop.
yes. So have fun. Be safe. And if I hear kaboom, I'll pray for you. And Cassian's just going to turn around and walk away.
And Taryc, you're gonna help him get this cart back to his manor.
Yep, and I'm gonna kind of idle talk with him as we're moving it too.
Yeah, you can idle talk with him about anything in particular, or truly just idle talk.
I'll be honest. I'll kind of be talking to him, kind of trying to get ideas of what he's of things he's planning on trying to do. You don't need to give me any information, but I'm just gonna kind of.
You can chat to him about that, and you'll learn that he has too many ideas currently. He's now
For
in
the
the stage of
usual.
I need to narrow this down. He's still figuring out step one.
Okay.
As the rest of you start to head back into manor, Maltori's just been standing at the door and just goes, "Your name's there, child. Awful. Is that his name?
No. It's
Is
a
it-
name he took on for himself, I believe.
What's his actual name?
Awful Rogerly?
Oh, it's not.
Awful Rogerly. That can't be
It's
a
what
real
he
name.
wants to be called. I mean, I want to be called Cassian.
Does he?
It's not my name.
I don't see him as a man that strives to correct people. I don't think he gives a damn what he's called, but damn it, I want to know. Next time one of you sees any of the other Rogerlys, to ask them.
I sent it to the DM in case you genuinely
No,
wanted to
I know.
Okay.
Maltori doesn't.
Okay.
Or he doesn't. I'm not there, so I'm not looking through my notes right
Maltori
now.
always knew him as awful.
Mm-hmm.
Awful sticks in my head more. I don't remember what it was.
What do we? I don't know. And Maltori just sort of mumbles to himself as he heads back into the manor.
Sometimes people just want a different name so they can start new.
Yep. Taryc, you're able to help unload back at the manor. No Kieran here at this point in time, but it looks like they did actually get Conrad over there. He does not come out of the house as it's still a bit light out. Sunset is happening soon, though. But he just waves to you from inside.
I will wave back at him.
And Lord Rogerly comes on out just to greet you personally. He doesn't really stay and talk, just wants to show due respect, actually meet you in person when you arrive. Does not deign to help his brother, looks actually sort of a little insulted when Awful Suggestions like, give me a hand with this. And he just goes, I'll get a couple of the men to come help. And gives you a respectful nod and heads back in.
He just wants brother to enjoy his excitement.
No, he just wants to get these inside.
That too. I was trying to give him benefits.
And soon enough, you see them off. They get stuff inside, and awful, not even thinking about it. He goes, thank you for the help. Keep the cart if you want. Don't think I'm going to be moving these out.
Does this card have any markings on it?
No real markings.
Okay.
Well, actually, give me an investigation check.
You
No.
know, I keep rolling ones. I'm going to take
Mm.
inspiration on that because I'll probably roll another one shortly.
It's not hard.
Better.
You find a stable rights marking on it that suggests it was made at a location you've seen in town. Looks actually pretty new.
Okay, so it doesn't have any marks showing that this is a
Don't think it's a
Roger
stolen property.
Lee.
Oh no! you
Oh
don't think
no,
it's
I
Rod-
was.
It does not appear to be a Roger Lee brand
Okay.
cart. No.
I was just making sure it wasn't. For now, it'll at least to be kept track of where it is. I will take it home.
Yep. The doorman doesn't stop you or anything. He heard the minor lord give you the thing of it's going to take, so it's okay to take. Yeah, you're able to take that back home. Nim, you and Larkin and Awa have a nice, if a bit weird of a dinner.
It's an awkward night, but
yeah.
hopefully we can laugh about it,
Yeah.
right?
You do just get treated like a child though.
Uh-huh.
By like you go to this nice little tavern to eat, and they bring you out like a little dessert after that isn't asked for.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah. There is a brief thing of like, do you want us to take us off first? You can play with the kids, but if you do want some time alone, to Arwa and Larkin, which Larkin just shakes his head frantically. Arwa laughs. It's a nice night, just strange.
Yeah.
But before long, he does give you a very firm hug goodbye for the night.
I give him a very firm hug,
Yeah.
and I go, I know this is a little bit weird. I kind of wish that you could have been young with me too, and then we could have been like all of us grew up together.
I guess. Is that the less weird part?
What? I don't know. It's just I wish you and Arwa had been in my life from the beginning, you know?
Oh, actually, he goes, oh, it would be nice to have you. It would be nice to have you back then as well. And she actually looks faintly choked up for a second. Whereas Larkin just sort of scratches the back of his head and goes, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, could have done the whole childhood sweethearts thing, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Alright.
I wasn't a popular kid.
Oh, me either.
What? No way.
No, definitely not. But we'll talk about it another time. More things to talk about when I can visit again. I want to meet your mom.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to you meeting her. She's looking forward to meeting you. I've told her all about you. I think she's gonna wing my ear if she don't meet you soon. So be safe on your journeys, right? I'm gonna see you off in the morning, but
yep.
Sorry, I'm bad
I'll see
at
you
this.
off in the morning. No, you're all right. I'll see you then, and I will try not to make it this any more awkward. Bye, Larkin.
Bye, Nim, and bye, Arwa.
I'll grab Arwa's head and walk off.
And she'll lead you out, and she starts to laugh the moment you're sort of out of the tavern, out of earshot. She goes, "He is such an awkward boy."
He is. We are so bad. It's so wonderful.
It is sweet. Okay, now come here, and she actually just hefts you up in the way of like a parent with a child that's a bit too big for it, but they're doing it anyway. And she, sets you against the hip, and she goes, "We sent away our transport, so we are walking home."
Walking.
Yeah.
Do you want to take your ring off and make it a little easier stride?
No, I think this is nice.
Okay.
But maybe like after the 10 minutes or something, because you're cute and small, but you're actually kind of heavy.
They gave me a very big dessert.
So yeah, you walk like that for about 10 minutes before she wants to go home, and she's going to turn back and carry you the rest of the way.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, since you're splitting this,
Yes.
has to follow somebody, right? I can technically cast a fly spell on myself from my
God,
vision
1
thing.
second. I know
the-
exactly what you're asking. Let me look at the wording of the spell.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't take concentration for the thing I can do, right? Can I do that and then just drag the floating disc behind me?
I need to look at the spell because that is.
Okay.
This is
For some reason, I opened up Tasha's Hideous Laughter instead of Tensors, but let me look.
It can't cross an elevation change of 10 feet or more. I don't think it can
But
go up.
I don't want to make it go up.
You
I
just want to fly along with it.
Fly along
This
with
is pod racing.
To make it more speedy.
All right,
Go
so
through
this is
town.
pod racing.
Yeah, we're gonna play pod racing. So I said I have that genie
I
ability,
don't
and it
see
gives.
a speed limitation to it, so yeah.
Yeah. So we'll try that if Arwa is up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. And you can do that.
Yeah, we'll zip up that way.
Right. Our yells yippee and
Yeah, this is speed racing, and we.
okay. Nim and Awa arrive back with a crash.
Yeah. Yep. Our esoteric tensor disc
Uh-huh.
adventures.
And finally at nighttime you are all reunited back at the manor. Maltori did start to try cooking. Taryc, do you want to take over when you get home?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Taryc will cook for people. Maltori just grumbles a bit and sits down at the in one of these big comfy chairs. And as Nim and Awa come in, he's like, "Oh, the kids, did you traumatize the poor boy?"
We embarrassed him in front of a whole bunch of other guards. It was great.
Oh, fantastic.
You
Good.
should have seen his face when I walked up to him and went, "Are you my papa?"
Good. God. You are.
awful.
We were dealing with a fiend earlier, but I think this is. Good Lord.
This might be worse.
Well, good to know where I stand.
Okay, yeah, that's to double check that Awa wasn't in fact stuck in small form. I realized I had to check that. Maltori be like, "Well, you were gone for a while." Did you eat while you were
Well,
out?
I mean, yeah, we had dinner. We had a big plan. Remember, we were going to have Arwa and we had dinner with Larkin tonight.
Right. Yes, of course. Yes.
We were
I,
supposed to meet his mom, but that got aborted.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
It seemed like a bad idea.
I just wanted to make sure that you both had eaten.
Yes, we had dinner. Are you all? Did you eat?
Taryk's cooking right now. So there's some tapping at the window.
Oh no. She
Look
just
at the window.
arrived.
Shalai is tapping on the window.
Oh, Charlene wants in.
I'm not standing up. I'm in my chair.
Okay, I will.
I'll get it. Awa so says.
Okay.
And she moves on over, opens up the window, and Shalai comes like sort of very awkwardly flapping in because she has a apple clutched in each of her hind leg talons, claws digging into them, and she's just meeping happily.
Did somebody give you apples?
There's happy meeping.
What a good girl.
And she's going to flap on over to the awkward, gangly, teenage wiveny dingus. Dingus? Oh my god, we've gone back in time. Nomi.
Oh god.
Nami.
For the ridiculous
And she is starting to tear chunks out of Apple and like trying to force them into Nomi's face, who is crooning back.
Well, he is now baby compared to her as far as she's concerned.
Yeah,
so
she's trying to take care of
helping.
him. But he does not want Apple. He is waiting for Maltori food. He's
You wait a while. Maltori ain't cooking.
Yeah, he wants Maltori food though. He wants Maltori food. He wants the crunch.
You want the crunch?
I'm gonna start putting glass.
It needs to taste slightly of burnt.
Yeah, he like the black crispy.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're cooking
I gave
everybody
you
else's
apples.
food and leaving his in long.
You're gonna get like flashes of shapes, and you think maybe suggestions of nice lady.
Oh, that's good.
And once she's tried to and failed to feed Nomi, she's gonna flap over to Iala.
There you. Such a good girl. I can't believe they sent you off.
You're mid sentence. You get a piece of apple pushed into your mouth.
Good
Thank you,
baby.
Shalai.
She meeps happily. She's gonna sit down and nibble an apple very daintily.
This is where we found out it's Clara. and we
Let
don't
that
wanna
big
know
girl
what that
finding her
apple
way
is.
home all by herself. I'm proud.
All by herself. You sent her alone.
Oh yes, she should be old enough to do that. She's been back and forth, right?
She hasn't been out by herself, I don't believe. Well,
Well,
I found
she's-
her by herself, but. Did you have a
That
good
is a-
time then, Shalai?
You get a flash of nice lady apple slice.
I suppose she did. Well, she got here just fine.
As Taryc starts to serve up dinner, Maltori will actually get up from his seat to come join at the kitchen table. And as you all sort of sit down at it, he just goes, "So, children, are we sinners?"
I know some of you are.
I know Yali is not.
Questionable.
Oh, the matter is, even if we are now, are we going to become them? And Awa just sort of goes, what's this about? Sin?
The 7.
You want to catch her up on it fully?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to inform Awa of what's going on, and she does sort of fall a bit silent, and goes, well, that's a big ask, but it would be the heroic thing to do, wasn't it?
It would.
No.
It also wouldn't.
It's a gray area.
Well, it's kind of like
Good heroes wouldn't.
no, that's not right. Because back home, you know the story of Parthené and the cursed blade, the one that made him, seek to drink of the red and all that poetry. He carried
Yes.
it because he knew he had the will to withstand it, and so that no other need suffer. It's kind of like that, isn't it?
I guess.
It also sounded like your friend Noah hinted that even if we take these sins, there's always the opportunity to virtualize ourselves against them.
Well, it's kind
And
of how it works, right? That's what
and
he's
doing
saying.
the-
There's always redemption.
and doing the good things does not take away from the wards.
Correct. Which, the wards being the thing that the halfling was suggesting, if I recall what you've told me before, the Mara Norath, right?
The wards were
Contain
designed
it.
to keep it from here, contain it, but they're not working like they should.
Also,
but
isn't it? Well, listen, we have clever folk here. She puts it Cassian and Matori in particular, and goes, "Isn't this could be like the first opportunity to look at a ward, examine."
Yes, we could try to learn about why they work a bit.
That's a good
And
idea.
That is
we
true.
could shoulder the burdens together. No one has to carry gluttony forever.
Yes, we swap the sins amongst ourselves. We don't dwell on them long enough to give in. I would help.
Iala looks a little bit uncomfortable and speaks up. And I suppose if we have a ward with us, maybe whatever I have wrong with me will be sealed away for a while.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh.
No,
Or-
I know
Point.
we're acting morose about, but no, that's a good point, Aria. It could have a
Having the
dampening
Or
worst
it
effect on the
could-
influence.
Or it could learn from you.
Yeah, that's also a good point, unfortunately.
But
Yeah, but I
it's a
think it's
risk
learning
either way.
anyways.
As long
Yes.
as Yalia isn't the one learning about the ward,
Yeah.
then maybe it's okay.
And not much chance of that. I'm sorry, that was very rude, actually.
What would it be advised to? Because I think some of you
Really?
mentioned that some of you have tendencies of certain ones, and maybe it'll be a
Iala
good
looks at
idea.
Noah.
It'll be a good idea not to handle those
There are tendencies
particular
amongst the group.
bells.
Yeah, well, or the opposite. Handle those bells because you feed it well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
way other people won't have to do what you're already doing.
look,
It would be more
Aria.
casual.
See
It
this?
might be a trickle.
Matori is pulling out a coin. Always lands
Yes.
heads. Magic. And he just puts it on the table.
I see what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
She's just crosses her arms, and she tells in her mind Shalai to get it and fly off with it.
There's a little silver dragon that pokes her head up above the table. Looks like she's been trying to be also stealthy and sneaky, but then she just like really hurriedly scrambles forward, swipes the coin, and just like carries on forward, tumbles off the table into flight. Yes.
Oh no, Shalai!
We all know Shalai's love of shiny objects that she steals.
Oh no, Shalai! You can't steal that. Get over here. We need to return that eventually.
Oh no, are you going to scold and
She'll land
punish
on your
dear
chest.
little Shalai for that now?
No, she is a good girl.
She perches on your chest, Alia. She's trying to put the coin in your mouth.
No, don't do that. Bleh.
Ugh, gross.
That's also been in Maltori's pocket.
For a while. Taste of lint and hard-boiled sweets.
You say like
I thought that was a
everything
chocolate
hasn't been.
coin.
Oh God, so it's been also in Nim's mouth at some point too.
Yalia tests the coin to see if it's true.
It's not.
She throws it back at him.
Oh.
That was a whole coin.
Okay, so that was
Rich.
what, like 3 different sins right there?
No.
That was wrath and greed.
Yeah, it's going well so
I
far.
mean,
I
would
think
that
we've got
count
this.
as sloth because someone else did it? Risk
For
of his
her?
spirit instead of her.
I don't know about that. Maybe pride. Too good to do it. Did you feel prideful?
I don't like how this is all on me.
Listen, we're talking
he
about
did steal the
efficiency here.
Just
Say,
because
how does one feel pride?
You have to feel good about yourself.
This is
Right,
it's
I'm
a
certainly not
difficult
pride.
one.
this also is a what I was wondering is some we call these sins, but aren't some of them also good? Like,
What?
Can't you use sins in good ways?
Well,
Can't
that's
you be-
actually that's a
My
classical theological discussion there.
I mean, I would say yes, because in at least my people, my matriarch, they are wrathful and prideful. They are assured
Awful,
of
my
themselves.
areas.
No, my tribe.
Oh, your tribe. Well, that's not really any mark, but like if you look at those of Hephaesian faith, right? They believe in
Wrath?
wrath
Yeah, and they're not
and
particularly.
pride.
I mean,
that
people do
considered
speak of having
sins?
pride in your work and
Yeah.
such.
Let's seriously consider this. If we were going to give out the sins to each person, who was taking what?
Mm.
Somebody has to take lust. And I'm just going to say, I don't really feel good about the fact that Noah might get to hog it. I think lust should be shared around.
I like lust.
Yeah.
Last would be good.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so I think
God.
that one needs to be shared.
Okay, children, you
No.
can share lust, okay?
What
That's awful.
is any one of us particularly envious though?
Yes.
Our nods, even Maltori nods.
Okay.
Sorry.
The
I mean, I would say, I mean, wrath for me just because of our inherent nature.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? How deep do these things have to be?
Right.
Because
This show
I-
is a. Oh,
I
sorry.
feel as much shame as I feel pride, but I am prideful. I
This
envy
really is.
those that have achieved my goals. It's tough.
This really is something for you, Melikka. You just joined us about a day ago, and we're already giving you a burden that could save the world.
You should
Welcome
be
to the
like,
party.
quit trauma dumping.
Yeah, there's been a lot in the last 2 days. I am a literal hatchling again. My
All right.
teeth are hurting.
Well, get used to it. This is weird follows us.
It's part of the
But
course.
I don't know if Maltori told you all, but I'm not an exactly pure person either. I've done a lot of lies and trickeries to get where I am.
Oh no. How
She lied on her
terrible.
resume, Matori, and you let her in.
I know, how ill-fitting for the group, right?
Yeah. But I am concerned, I guess, for what maybe effects this will have, even if we do good with these and we do virtuistic activities. There's going to be a build up, maybe.
I'm shaking my head. No.
I want to know who's going to take the gluttony.
Isn't it weird that deceit isn't a sin?
You think lie is a sin, wouldn't you?
No, that's because there's a whole god that
That's true.
like,
Mirrors might get
supports
angry
it.
about that.
Yeah.
But well, you can say the same for pride and Hevos.
You could say the same for Wrath and well,
Orlon.
you had
Hevos?
Orlon's not really doing
Orlon.
so great, is he?
No, that's true.
Lust for Miri and Heya.
No, Tamari.
Tamari.
And
No.
Tamari.
Lust is the complete opposite of what Tamari's.
I don't know if it's complete opposite.
Yes,
I
that's
think
true.
it's
It's a
the
Lust.
extreme.
connection.
Goes hand in hand.
No, it does not.
So I'm assuming you don't want to carry lust.
I will not touch it.
Okay.
Maybe that is something to consider as our own religious requirements as well.
Whatever I am given, it won't stop me. So
Hmm.
I mean, we could get you sloth. I'm pretty sure that would stop you in some way.
I think
Sloth is the one I'm
giving-
worried about.
Sloth and
Yes.
gluttony are the ones I worry about, actually.
That's the gluttony. He actually looks to Noah. Excess drinking would fall under that. You've got a little bit of stater in you, don't you?
Wouldn't
Yeah, I
any
suppose.
excess of knowledge, wouldn't that
Well,
also?
that's true. How abstract can we get with these things?
That's
That is
true.
thought.
I mean,
You know, it's like we really need a demon here to help us figure out the best way to sin.
Yes, Noah, can you just go ahead and make the pact with the blasted thing?
I'm considering it because I'm wondering.
I'm going to
if-
say this right now. My vote on this is no, and I will quote this. The path to damnation is paved with good intention. I will go with whatever the rest of you say, but my vote is no. Cassian's going to trot towards his room.
He who
And
there
speaks
he
with
goes
quotes
again.
does not speak for himself.
That
Are we all
no, he
speaking
has
book lines now?
Cassian does
They
have a
will not
point.
speak any of those.
What's a buck? Oh, it's the thing with all the words. Right.
If Cassian and Iala are both vehemently against this, then maybe we shouldn't do it.
I'm not vehemently against it because I brought up the point that this might actually help me. We know that I have I'm going to have a problem in the future. We don't know how bad or if whatever Lindrop gave me is of any use. But having a seal with me might slow down the effects, whatever they may be.
And there's again,
Actually-
Saeed is also affected.
If Cassian objects, I think this should be unanimous.
Yes.
We can't have a corrupting influence amongst the group, potentially, and have somebody exposed to it involuntarily.
Yes. If Cassian says no, then it is no. It is the same as the deal with Mikey. And we talked about it. And I said
Yes.
if we all don't agree to it, it didn't count.
And frankly, I've seen that turned against him, and it's not going to happen again. So, no, we're not doing it.
We'll find a different seal to steal then, I guess.
Yes. We will just have to tell Brightblade to deal with the bells as best she can. We can't really act against it.
And we don't want it to go to a different place and cause more havoc.
No.
Now, there's nothing we can
So
do
he
about
still needs to operate here. She can't just shut him down.
Whatever the thing that's happening with it, it's out of our hands.
it. Mm-hmm.
No sense
So
dwelling or debating.
what does
We are-
Noah do with the demons then? Is he about to
Whatever-
bring
No,
more
I could still
us?
take them.
They could take them if they want to, but they don't have to. There's no benefit to the seal without for them. But
I
If we're not
just
taking
don't
them,
like-
I think we banish them.
I don't like. I really don't like Mikey getting his own way in this.
What is Mikey's
Yes.
way?
As we've heard it, having fun with suffering.
He
and
gets
this
that
is
no
not
matter what.
suffering. We suffered with our decisions regardless. Yalia might be in more danger. He could probably find that enjoyable. It is actually hopeful. Oh no. No, I am sorry. You are my friend. I need you desperately to make this pact with Sakabai. If you do not do it, I will. We cannot
Is
let her
that-
go back to the hells, and we cannot let her tell that Ialia has been infected.
That's a fair point.
That's
That's
a really
going
good
to
point.
ask.
Mikey
what-
has said that he would do a complete and total annihilation of anybody who is infected that come out of Galen or any place else. Ialia and
Oh dear.
And that might give him a
They
way
would be a
around our
threat.
protections. That might count
yes,
Yeah.
it would be threat,
I will-
and it is too dangerous.
Alright, we don't mention that around the succubus anymore.
No, we don't mention it about anybody. I'm sorry, I just thought of that. And no, if you do not want to do it, I will do it, and I will
would
just
do
keep her
it.
dismissed.
No. I started this entire thing. I'll deal with it. I'll just need to. I'll just need to do a better pack this time.
Wow, look at everyone jumping to get the succubus on their side.
Well, I have a reputation to uphold.
I don't want anything bad to happen to my friend.
Is it?
If we're doing that, what are
Thank
we going
you.
to do about Galen if we're going there? And well, I mean, I guess she'll be with
be
us
bound.
and won't go back down to there. So
If anything,
once she is under our compact with Noah, I don't think we have to worry about her too much. But if we banished her, she could be
do
grabbed by
whatever.
any other demon
And
and
frankly,
shaken up
Any-
for info.
even if she's saying that she genuinely wants to help us, as she might, she's still a succubus and she'll still be spiteful.
m- I
I'm
might
sorry.
also be able to learn more about Mikey and how best to counteract him if I'm learning it directly from someone who's
Yes.
familiar with him.
Also, if it's any comfort, no, binding a demon's not actually that uncommon. So,
Thank you, Maltori.
Also, demons and angels know a lot of things that they can't tell us easily, or maybe if she is in contact with you, she can let things slip and help.
That
she
is
Maybe
did
you
seem
can
to be
find
implying
out.
that.
Maybe
She's-
she could tell you about that.
from what
Nothing
Uh,
good.
from what I can, true. From what I can tell, also she's almost an exception now due to my interference. She was able to get out of the Seven Bells bubble because of me.
She's been able to do whatever she wants to watch you, and she could have been very stealthy about it and then ran around and messed people up. And I haven't heard anything about the succubi preying on anybody other than just,
No reports in
I
town
doing
of
it to you.
drained people.
yeah,
I will.
Blade said that she had no signs of it.
I will. I will. I will redo the pack, and time I won't flake on it.
We'll stay up a little late and I'll help you write up something that she'll likely want to put her own additions, but best come in with something you feel is solid.
Yeah,
Mm.
thank you.
Well, I guess that is all we have to discuss.
Yes. Right.
I'm sad
You need
Cassian
to-
walked away.
I know. Yeah.
What?
It's
About
a
Tuck?
mysterious esoteric wizard making his exit.
I will not take this slight against wizards.
You sure he is not your apprentice? He sure is picking some stuff up.
I mean, Maltori has never walked out in the middle of a discussion.
Papa, we did the best thing on the way back. I used my magic from Fula to fly, and then we cast Tensor Slotting Disc, and then I flew Arwa around. It was great.
Wonderful. Reckless. I love it. Right, do I need to tuck some children into bed?
Bedtime.
I'm staying up past my bedtime.
Yes, you've got to stay up and do your homework. Let's just get you tucked in them.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go bed. Night, everybody.
Right.
Are we bringing the wagon and the horses back? Did you get those, Noah?
Wagon. Oh, from
Our donkeys.
the smiling one.
I think they
Oh
were
no.
kept in there because he took them.
I'm going off scene with Valtori right now. Goodbye.
Right.
How many things has Noah left behind?
Oh my God, Salmon. Right.
Noah is good at forgetting things.
You're able to gradually get to bed after doing your own individual wrap-ups and so on.
I'm not tired yet.
Someone needs to
Going
find
to
a place
bed
for Melikka
anyways.
to sleep.
The
Yeah.
basement is the so wait.
The basement's empty now.
Did he? I was just saying
Yeah.
he's
Comrade's
gone
gone.
now.
It's
So
cold.
I'll give her my bedroom and I'll go sleep in the basement.
There are other places to sleep than the basement, you know.
I thought we ran out of places to sleep though.
There is
There's
Sleep
a ton
on a
of rooms.
fireplace on the sofa, or
there is a guest room right here.
yeah.
Oh, there's a
You've
guest
lost
room.
most of your guests as of late.
Yeah, we lost
right.
Wilhelm, so we have lots of guest rooms all of a sudden.
Wilhelm's
right.
You'll
gone, the
have
Knolls are
Knolls.
gone,
Yeah.
Comrade's
Well, the
gone.
Knolls had took it over my room, so
Um,
the Knolls are no longer gone. The Knolls are back in their room finally.
And Noah Maltori will stay up late with you, and we'll go over not quite an infernal contract because he doesn't know that well, but he knows enough about these sort of dealings that he's able to guide you through. Like, this is what you'll just present to her. Would you like me to be there with you?
I'm as much as it will be severely embarrassing as probably be helpful. I'm not Leonard.
No, I know that you've tried to make a pact with a sex demon. I kind of get the embarrassing. It's fine. No, I'm sorry. You are a young child, and we shouldn't be discussing such things. Pat, Pat.
I'll bite your fingers off.
I bet you would, you little wretch. Sticky child.
Old man.
Go to bed and get some rest.
Baby monitor teeth are sharper.
We'll pick her up in the morning as we leave.
There's no time for sleeping. I'm still through volume 15 on gravity, and I need to get to the end
He
of that.
takes your data pad away.
Oh, you can't do this to me.
Lights
Not
out for
working
young,
for you,
the
young
parental
miss. You're
controls.
grounded.
lights out for young Phase.
Yeah.
You're not my real dad. Runs away.
Let the door latch for her.
Also, Noah is Moth. Moth is nighttime.
No. And yeah, you're able to get a night's sleep, and you start carousing in the morning. But that is where we'll pick up next session. As this is where we're calling it tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Everybody take 2,000 XP. Everybody take a
2,000?
point of piety.
Hey.
And we will do this same time next week.